But yes, you're welcome to the show. Today is Friday, and I'm happy because, I don't get to wake up at 4 a.m.
tomorrow. Unfortunately for some of us, we still have to wake up tomorrow.
Why?
I have somewhere to be, something to do.
Well, tomorrow, even though I don't have to wake up so early, tomorrow is the 1 week observation of Daddy Lumba. And it breaks my heart so much, having to think about the times that I knew him and how nice he was, to me and all the people who loved him. And just by way of information, I know that a lot of people,
has been changed, right?
a lot of people were going to come for Daddy Lumba's 1 week funeral observation, but the venue has been changed from the GHOne Sports Stadium to the Independence Square. And it's free for everybody. You don't have to pay anything to enter. Please come. If you loved Daddy Lumba, come and show support to him. Tomorrow we are all going to converge there. Starts exactly at 9 a.m. Come, let's honor the legend. So that's just by way of information. Please don't go to the GHOne Sports Stadium because nothing is happening there tomorrow. All the action is happening at the Independence Square. Anyway, you are welcome to the show officially, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Let's bring you our quote of the day.
Well, our quote for this Friday morning is from Jack Cornfield. He says, no matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. No matter how hard the past is, you can always begin again. So I'm sure that in the start of the week, we had some resolutions or plans about things that we want to do. And perhaps you are not able to accomplish all of that. Well, you can start again next week, hopefully. So don't be hard on yourself. No matter how hard it is, you can start again. But really, is it always the case, Serwaa? Because I know that there are some pasts that there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. But Joshua, for me, the fact that you have life alone is enough.
Absolutely.
There's always hope, once there's life. So yes, it's difficult. Some situations I have looked at people in certain situations, who have been, for instance, incarcerated and, gone through whatever it is. But once you're out,
start again.
You start again, no matter how small. It's better to have your life than not have it at all.
Absolutely.
Yes, so whatever it is that you must have gone through in the past, we know we are not going to sit here and pretend like it's easy, even for some of us, but once there's life, you really should be okay.
Because there's hope. There's hope. Well, we've learned so many things, so many new words over the course of this week.
And squishy. Is it squishy or squashy?
Squishy was last week. Yes. You still that word still resonates with you.
Squishy.
Anyways, that's right. So we learned a lot of words this week, and I'm sure that perhaps you need to just brush through all of those words. For those of you who missed any episode this week, this is a recap of all the words that we learned.
Here is a recap of the words we brought you this week. On Monday, we brought you squillionaire. On Tuesday, we brought you clairvoyance. On Wednesday, we brought you expendable. And on Thursday, we brought you swanky.
Well,
I think my favorite word. I think I'm swanky, am I not?
Yes, you are.
Very
you
fashionable
are. And expensive. Yes.
No, but I'm modest.
Who is defining modesty here?
No, but am I not? No, no. See, I don't.
Explain.
No. Listen, I don't. You look at me and you think that I'm expensive, but I don't see myself as that.
Right.
I don't identify as an expensive person.
Okay.
I believe that I'm a very modest person. In any case, what does modesty mean?
And what does expensive mean? Is it not relative?
It
depends on where you are standing. That's where you get to tell whether something is expensive or not.
I'm modest.
You're modest.
In your eyes.
Yeah.
But remember that it's not, things are not always the way they seem to be.
Absolutely.
But I may wear very nice, somewhat expensive clothes. But this dress is expensive. These dresses that I wear every day on the show are all from my clothing brand.
Absolutely.
Office and
Office and Co.
I wear all my hair. I literally wear
you.
Me. And you know, my sister and I, we have business together.
Absolutely.
So that's what I wear. Sider does my makeup. I don't go out of my way to, what am I even talking about? Please, let's bring you the video of the day. I think I saw some videos of her doing some album listening.
Yeah.
I wish her well.
Yes.
Jackie is talented. I really want to see our female singers, musicians, go really far because they're very talented.
Absolutely. And I sat with Jackie here on the show some time ago.
Yeah.
And then
she released Sankofa. That was when
Sankofa came out.
Yeah.
And I asked her what goes into the music process. And then she told me that it is pure inspiration. And then her manager, who is a friend of mine, by the way, Mira, tells me that when Jackie gets into the mood, she doesn't talk to anybody. Lights out, she's in the dark place by herself, and then it's all work. And she doesn't pay attention to the business side. She lets the management handle that, and she's solely focused on the creative side. And we really wish her well. She's making Ghana proud.
Yeah.
Because even outside Ghana, the brand Jackie is gathering momentum, and I like that for her. And I'm wishing her well.
Yeah.
But she says there was a particular song that her father told her, but she would never tell us which song that was. Yeah, but the father also has an input. He critiques her work as well. So
that's really good, and I'm happy. It's just that it brings me back to Daddy Lumba. That Daddy Lumba has got adult kids.
Yeah.
I don't know any of them who has an interest in music just yet. He has other kids who are younger. There's this last one called Kodjo, who is like an exact replica of Daddy Lumba.
Oh, wow.
But he's about 3 years or so. I don't know what the future holds, but I really hope that God blesses us with another Daddy Lumba, you know, because I haven't seen anybody yet. Because if you listen, and this is even beyond my biases towards the man, but Joshua, you know that when you listen, I mean, I'm not saying or inferring that, you know, the new crop of musicians are not good enough, but I'm saying that I haven't listened to anyone and felt like this is a Daddy Lumba material. Because look at so many years later, we're listening and enjoying Ankwanuma, Makramo, as if the songs were, you know, sung just yesterday.
Yeah.
They're so relatable.
Yeah.
Irrespective of, because a lot of the things that people are singing about today, in a few years to come, we can't relate.
The relevance will be lost.
Yes.
But then you see, and that's what good artists or musicians do. I believe strongly that we would never have another Daddy Lumba. No matter how much we wish to, we would never have. We would have someone who might be close or try, you know, but Daddy Lumba is a whole institution on its own. And yes, I am not biased towards Daddy Lumba at all. And so when I speak, I believe that people will understand that, well, this is not about me being biased, because
absolutely,
I have my favorite. But then Daddy Lumba, you look at the genre of music that he does, you look at the lyrics, you look at how he puts the sounds together to be able to have the complete set of music. And you analyze it and you're like, wow, this is music. This is music. Lyrical content, you can't play with it. You talk about how his vocal dexterity, you can't joke with it. And even how the instrumentation and everything comes together, fused.
Right.
You realize, Charlie, we've lost someone we can never have, ever.
And you know, he had some beautiful songs that he never released.
Yeah, so I'm
and
told.
he's gone. Yeah, I had a privilege of hearing at least one or two of those songs, and it really breaks my heart that, you know, those songs will never come out. Well,
will never?
You never know.
Exactly.
You never know. I really hope that, you know, the administrators or executors of his estate will do something about some of these songs, you know. But yes, Daddy Lumba, continue to sleep well. We know that you're looking down on us from heaven and smiling, you know, and wishing all of us well, as you would have if you were alive. And I really think that we need to celebrate. Today should have been like a Daddy Lumba day, kind of, you know, with a song. So
well, I think we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah,
we
should do that. We should do that. But tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we are all gathering at the Independence Square to celebrate the man. I know that it's painful. He died very painfully, but for us, it's more of a celebration of somebody who gave us really good music, you know, all of these years. Yeah. It's time now for Inside Out.
Quite a number of issues have made the headlines this week. I mean, yesterday we talked about Ridge because, yes, the report of the committee came out. But before then, we also talked about the situation in Sola, Tunakalba, where at least 10 people have lost their lives owing to some clashes in the area. We are told that it started as a dispute over a parcel of land and escalated. And so many security concerns also raised there. The Bagre Dam itself, spillage happened, and then we saw NADMO moving the area. People had to harvest their crops prematurely, among others. And so many things have happened in the course of the week. And so it is time for you now to also join us. Let us know exactly what is on your mind, what stood out for you this week, your concerns, your, you know, just your perspectives about the issues, the major issues that made the headlines in the course of the week. So the numbers are on your screens. You can just pick any of those, put in the call, and let's have that conversation. Because on Fridays, like I always say, we hand over the microphones to you for you to also express your views. But so what stood out for you this week?
Oh, it has to certainly be the Ridge Hospital issues and the conversation that we had with the swanky nurse yesterday, which has, you know, gone viral. It's been all over the place. But I understand that we have a caller, Joshua.
Yes, we do. Hello there. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good morning. I'm Naleka calling from Tamale.
Okay. My brother, what's on your mind?
In fact, I want to say good morning to yourself and then Serwaa. And also one of my favorite personality in your studio, Ibrahim.
Oh.
I love him so much. Yes, in fact, this morning, I think, in fact, what is on my mind now, a lot. Yesterday, I watched you guys interview that health worker. And to be honest with you, I was very devastated. I was ashamed to be called a Ghanaian. In fact, looking at the way Serwaa, you interviewed her, the way she was explaining things, in fact, it's just a disgrace being a Ghanaian, being called a Ghanaian. Because you, a health worker, you are teaching your people that when people come rough, you should give them rough, telling them what to do to patients who are frustrated, who are fighting for the lives of their loved ones. You know, they are going through a lot of psychological issues, and you are telling them that when they come rough, they should give it to them. And see the kind of lies you're throwing out on your studio. Me, I'm not an NDC or NPP, I'm a Ghanaian. But in fact, we need to be serious as a country. Look, I tell you, if you come to Tamale Teaching Hospital, if you are nobody, they don't treat you. And look, let me tell you something. Our current nurses and doctors, most of them are not in for the work. They are going in because it is a work that they get paid. They are going to the health institutions because they are looking for the money that will come to their pocket. So, when you come to these hospitals, you will not feel what we are telling you because they know you. They know your personality. What about me? The poor ones, those who have no one to talk to them, those who have no, let's say, name in the country. Look, they connect the hospital Wi-Fi and they are there TikToking. They will browse and kill your patient. They will ignore the patient and then browse and the person will die. Look, you see, I don't support what Ralph is doing. As a freedom fighter or as, let's say, you don't do what you are doing, he's harassing people.
Right.
At least, we shouldn't pay attention to just what he's doing. There's a lot under what this guy is doing.
Okay.
He's overdoing his things. But I tell you, people are dying slowly. And look, let me come again and talk about these conflicts in our country, especially in the northern region.
Right. If you
Again,
just snap you on that for me.
Yes. Again, in fact, I'm ashamed being a northerner. Everywhere. Look at what is happening to our brothers. Yesterday, a canoe capsized, and a lot of innocent children and the women died. We want this country to wake up. Like what a friend was saying, we are all Ghanaians. The land does not belong to anybody. We need to wake up. We need to seek for the future of our children. We need to seek for a better Ghana, but not land disputes. Everywhere in Boku, now it is happening in Sola. It happened in Chiripoli. It happened everywhere around the country. So we need to come together as one people to fight for a common goal, to fight.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my YouTube.
Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
This is Alaji.
Alaji, how are you?
Oh, fine.
It's been such a long time.
I hope you are well.
I'm doing well, thank you.
We thank God. First of all, let me say that the Chief Officer for Azoka First National Vice Chairman and Shamima Muslim and Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius.
Hey, now you have new addition to the members. It used to be ABA Fuseni. Now they're Shamima, Chief of Staff. Because ABA is not in Parliament anymore, now you've added new.
But ABA is still around, working for the party.
Right.
So we are not changing the new direction.
Okay. Don't mind me, Alaji, go ahead.
Okay, Serwaa, you see, when you look at our health sector, and some of our health workers have not been there at all, because how they treated people in the hospital, how they treated people, of that, people will complain about them.
Alaji, can you please speak up a bit for me?
Can you hear me clear?
Yes, I can hear you, Alaji. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. So when you look about them, and you complain bitterly. You see, when you look about what is going on in this country, it's not good. If you think you want to be a nurse or you want to be a doctor, just be fair for the people. Because of the pension and you be a doctor. Is that not so? So when you went to a hospital and you neglected people there, it means that people will still complain about you. If you take the Serwaa and your work, and you didn't work the work well, I think Judgment Day, God will judge you for what you did for the people. So you need to think about that one. Don't think that you will remain in wealth. One day you will die. Whether you like or not, you will die. So just be thinking about that and doing good things. If you do the wrong thing, people will complain. If you do the right thing, people will complain. And they will talk about your boots. So when you look about this and you have program, came to the Tablogo Municipal Hospital, and you see we have said in our municipal hospital, and some people did not be.
Oh, Alaji, thank you. We apologize for that. Joshua, we have another caller.
Yes, we do. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning, Joshua.
Yes,
how are you?
I'm well. I hope you're well too.
Oh, I'm okay. My name is Abu. I'm from Sekendi, Western Region.
Okay. Hi, Sekendi, this morning.
Oh, well, Sekendi is cool running, right? You know, I'm from Sekendi downtown.
I like that.
Cool running, yeah.
Cool running.
And
so
then I used this opportunity to beat my mentor, Uncle Kwachi, Ghana Dasio, and then my regional minister, and then my regional executive, chairman and secretary, and the other executives.
Okay.
And then we use this medium to thank all Ghanaians, and then we pray hard for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to have, to deliver his vision for Ghana, so that Ghana will be a prosperous country for future.
Okay.
Because yesterday I watched your video too, your interview with that lady, that nurse or PRO for Accra.
Right.
And they forget that hospital is the Mahama who put that hospital. I don't think it's a John Dramani first time put that hospital, that beautiful hospital in the Greater Accra. And today, you want to use that hospital to, to insult him or to insult the health minister. You use it to insult his health minister, Kwabena Kando, former regional organizer, Western Region. See, I'm appealing to you, the media, because you see that they are going to use the media house now, criticizing them. You come and meet them at the hospital. This is a serious threat. This man should be arrested as I'm speaking. To question what capacity does he have to threaten everybody to come. And the hospital is this for his family. This is a public space. That's you taxpayer money. And you are threatened. You are there as a servant. You are not there as a hero or king. You are there as a servant. So you, the media, have a lot of work to do. And I'm appealing that the results have come out that gentleman didn't even touch anybody at the hospital. And then I hope the law have to be taken. The law have to be law. They have to take the law into the open court to sue them for damages, paying line to be the Ghanaians. Even I hope there should be, to suspend it for that particular hospital, change or transfer all of them. You see, they are there to do a politics, not to serve from other Ghana. You see, I have an experience in Western region too. My father, late father, I took him to one hospital in Western region here, early morning. And then there was, taking a card from the hospital. It became a hell for me and my old man. So I became annoyed and furious, and then I refused to. Took my father away to the hospital to look after my father, and then I'm back to the hospital to cause the chaos there. And the doctors and nurses come and beg me. You see?
Right. I think we just lost that caller there, but the point well made. Thank you so much for calling. So we do have another caller.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Serwaa.
Yes.
Yeah, please, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from the Western region.
Emmanuel, thank you for calling. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Please, my take on this issue is that sometimes when you go to the hospital, there are no beds.
Right.
The family intend to beat or insult nurses, but it's not the duty of nurses to provide beds. Do you get it? And what our general secretary said was that people are saying we are not professional. They were insulting. So he said that those people, when they come to the facility or to the consulting room, we will demonstrate our professionalism to them for them to see that we are not like we are professionals. So it doesn't mean, he has painted someone that is going to kill anybody. He's not, like he didn't say he's going to kill someone, right? This rage issue, right? The committee report says that the lady didn't have any dislocation or fracture. But my question is that she was given a painkiller, a pain treatment, to treat what? She was given a pain medication to treat what? There was an assault, a physical assault. Now, the head systems records of the lady is out. Yesterday, one of your sister stations showed it on I think the person was having the program. And the thing they suffered contusion, secondary to physical assault. Indeed, the lady was assaulted physically. Maybe in the initial stages, she had this dislocation. But as you know, or even in the house, when you broke your leg, or if you have a dislocation, people who know how to do it will come and they will maneuver their way, and then the thing will be in place. So the dislocation was reduced. So it by all means caused pain, right? That was why the lady's hand was put in the sling. You get it? So if they said there wasn't any dislocation or fracture, yes, maybe at the initial stage when the X-ray was taken, the X-ray couldn't detect that there was a dislocation because it had already been reduced. Okay. So it wouldn't be able to detect that. Apart from that, the lady was assaulted because on the doctor's report on the health information system, it said that he was assaulted, leading to polycontusion.
Right. Well, thank you so much for calling as well. I know some of you are calling, but then the lines are getting choked. Please don't give up. Keep calling. We'll get you on. We have another call on the line. Hello there. Good morning.
Good morning, Master.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
Apia Stadium speaking.
Apia. Welcome.
Please let me talk to my favorite sister.
Apia Namie.
Oh, do seven because you man your friend member. Kakura SAS member. And the papa your friend man say I was the cat of bar or your bar the same.
Oh dear, Apia, oh dear Kasawa na we dear.
Apia, good morning.
No more can come and be feeling I'm come back by the pattern.
Dromo, you more dromo. Oh back here. Oh, not funny.
Apia.
So I'm a comfortable lead. This morning, man, you have your voice of Masu. I mean, I'm proud of you, sister. Saleh, we would America. Last time, we proved wrong. Me on this video, Kasa, how can I say, just a funny video. If you are thinking, I never saw me in the Kasapia Stadium, I'm a PC. It wasn't you can you GH. So, but yeah, I'm for twin China, and Ramoya, if you are seeing any. Mubwa radio, Mubwa many papa dam. And movie no television, we must have man, one sister station, radio, this are what transfer. If you have social media, challenge our only nearby challenge that particular lady, I don't know trendy. If the arm woman, the person is a one head and what them, the sister no Okasa, unless you're talking in area, we or say, or a bipolar. I mean, bipolar, the obvious is the chief executive of bipolar. It's a good to be Alice idea. I don't know, Mama Yalini Becca Chile. And yet we are professional. No authority, so I say a bipolar, no other Casa, who are the Diakin. While she sister, you say, I mean, out to your account now to so. Your ban 9, Jennifer. That's a teddy can book by the Cobo for a private team so. Book the Bobo for
Apia, Mr. who say, yeah, station had we don't do that, Mr.
Yes.
Why?
And to focus on issue, no? Oh,
Why?
Nipan de Janipano. Yes, sir.
Okay, we actually don't.
Hey.
You know, yesterday while the show was on, he sent me a message and said I should read the message on air. But you know, the interview was over, so I just it left it. And there was a part of me that knew that he was going to call and say what he sent me in the message, and he actually did. Thank you all for calling. We appreciate the call very much. That'll be it for Inside Out. When we return, the sports with GHOne Saji. Right, you're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today, and I am Serwaa here, and of course I'm here with
Joshua Kodjo Mensah. Get why?
It's time for sports.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay.
What's going on, James?
Yeah, we thank God for life. So it's Friday. Thankfully, we'll get some rest.
Your beards are coming together.
Thank God.
Meanwhile, the one on top of his head is also leaving him.
Yeah. That one.
But you know, when you see someone who is struggling with growing their beard, you can see they are patches to this. So, I'm not a man, but I mean, I know, right?
Yeah, it's not been easy.
I have a beard oil, growth oil.
Okay.
Would you like to buy?
Yeah, buy.
It's business, yeah.
I thought you wanted to.
No.
Because, you know, I have a lot of friends who have similar. So when I tried...
The friends I go in the banku at.
It's okay. He begs.
No, because it's good. So buy.
Yeah.
100 CDs.
Okay.
Yeah, 100.
You can do hair transplant as well.
No. That's for this one there. It's...
You allow it to go.
Yeah. You know, initially when I realized that it was...
Receding.
Yeah, I was worried that, Charlie, the girls not going to like me again. But...
How old are you?
And his mother wants him to be a pastor.
22.
No. Oh. 20,
so how old are you?
25 this year.
And you are worried about girls.
No, but it's...
What's your
when I was
formula?
25, I was...
Say again?
What's your eating formula for the day?
By the grace of God, I used to do 010, but ever since the dollar has appreciated, it's good. I do 101. Yeah.
You should do 110 rather.
110.
Yes, it's healthier.
It's healthier.
110.
No, it depends because I wake up at
dinner.
dawn. If you do 110. Well,
anyway, what have you got?
So there's the Champions League draw happened yesterday, but then we'll start off with boxing because WBO bantamweight champion Theophilus Alote was in our studios yesterday, and he says that he's ready for a world title, and he's calling on support for him. He was speaking with Monica and Joel on the game yesterday.
Even right now, if a world title shot come, I'm ready to go. Yeah, because what I have to pass through, I've already passed through from the national coming to Africa. So from Africa, I have to go to the world level.
Sure.
And now I'm in Africa, so I'm ready for the world title because the person holding the world title, it doesn't do anything extraordinary. You just have to train, do everything with your teammates, arrange everything and stuff, go there, go for the victory. So now I'm ready for the. If I get world title shot now, just have to prepare myself and go for the world title. And they should be expecting me fighting, the BBC African belt. Definitely, very soon I'll be fighting the BBC African belt, so they should expect that from me. So all I have to need their support in press and everything, because definitely if I'm going to fight the WBC, I have to fight someone from outside Ghana, so it's not easy at all. But so far as I've beat 2 international people in here, both Nigeria and Benin, definitely I can do it again. So I need their support in everything, in everywhere. Yeah.
And so, Theophilus Alotide, we wish him all the best. Let's see how it goes for him with regards to his ambitions with the world title bout there. Now, let's get to the Ghana Football Association. You would see some videos of 11 Wonders. Yes, you remember 11 Wonders qualified when they won their playoffs right there in Accra. Well, the sad news for them, or good news for Legon City's fans, is that they have changed ownership. So instead of seeing 11 Wonders in the Ghana Premier League this season, you're going to see Legon Cities. Yes, so the GFA has confirmed that the team, Legon Cities, have purchased 11 Wonders. So they will be in Accra and not in Techiman. So I mean, we understand the fans are not happy, but that is what happens in the world of football. So congratulations to Legon Cities. They have now, although relegated, are still in the league there. Let's get on to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yes, they would also take on Bibiani Gold Stars. The last time they met, you see highlights of that. They lost to Bibiani Gold Stars in the Galka Top 4 tournament, but this time they would be facing them in the Champion of Champions game. And that interesting own goal that everyone has been talking about was scored in that game. But this time that game would be played in Takwa when the winner of the Ghana Premier League faced the winner of the MTN FA Cup. Okay, so that will be it for the Champion of Champions. Let's get to the Champions League because the draw has been made and interesting fixtures. Of course, champions PSG there on your screens. But then let's start off with some of the fixtures that we'll be seeing, the likes of Barcelona. But then Arsenal, who always wait for a new season. And good morning to Captain Mutal. I'm sure he's watching now. Yeah, they face Bayern. Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Praha, Kairat Almaty, and then Athletic Club. So these are the fixtures for Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League. And then for Manchester City, they will take on Real Madrid, Dortmund, Villarreal, Leverkusen, Bodo Glimt, Napoli, Monaco, and then Galatasaray. These are some of the fixtures for Manchester City. And for Barcelona fans, here are your games. PSG again, and the big one everyone is talking about is against Chelsea, Frankfurt, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Praha, Copenhagen, and then Newcastle. The fixtures for Barcelona. And then for Liverpool, they will take on Inter Milan, Real Madrid, another big fixture in there, Frankfurt, Atletico Madrid, Marseille, PSG, Galatasaray, and then Karabakh there. So as time goes on, of course, today on the game would bring you the full fixtures of the UEFA Champions League draw and all you need to know with regards to the new format. And of course, it's a league format, so no groups, no home and away matches. It is home or away. You face the opponent either home or away. 8 games for every opponent in there. Okay, let's get to the Premier League this weekend. Some action. Chelsea take on Fulham tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. United play Burnley, Spurs, Bournemouth, Wolves, Everton, Sunderland, Brentford, Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Manchester City, Forest, West Ham, Liverpool, Arsenal. Big one for the weekend. Liverpool taking on Arsenal. And there's Crystal Palace up against Aston Villa. Don't forget that there's La Liga action as well. Barcelona and the likes would all be in action. The Black Stars will be returning, yes, this Sunday. World Cup qualifiers. We are going to the World Cup and we need to qualify there. Let's end off with some tennis news. We will see Djokovic and Chuck Norrie in action today as well. So there you see the woman on your screens now. And Alcaraz has a new hairstyle in the US Open. Everyone is talking about it. But then a beat for the US Open this weekend. Okay. So that should do it for the sports chat this morning. The Black Stars will be returning Sunday and Monday. And
where? Here?
Yes, they'll be in Accra.
To play who?
So they will start training and go all the way to Chad. Okay. That will be on Thursday. They'll play their first game on Thursday. And then come back to Ghana, playing on Monday against Mali. And we are on top of that table. We want to qualify for the World Cup because boys we need it. We need it.
You mean you want to take advantage of the trip and run away?
No, me?
Not you. I mean the boys you say
no.
So the are watching this morning. Boys don't want to
we are not doing that.
Boys will run away.
We'll be back. We're just going to support our national team.
We love Ghana.
We love Ghana.
There's no place like home.
Exactly.
If you
Exactly.
There's no place.
So we are just going to watch.
Don't do that. Don't take advantage of this to run away to another.
But boys
country.
are not happy.
Boys should not do that. I'm not sure we'll do that. But Trump sent a warning. Yeah, 3 months ago there was a video where he said, "Come, we would accept you, but when you're done, go back home." So
if you don't go, we'll make you.
I know many recalcitrant citizens. Oh, I see.
That's
Has a different plan. Anyway.
Well. Good morning to Thomas,
every day
your
you
friend.
Come and use us to collect fans.
No.
Every day you come and use that. Do you think we don't have fans?
No, this Nimancha. I know he has a sister. Yes.
No. Nimancha Thomas. Yes.
Hello, Nimancha Thomas.
Yeah.
See, Jones can come and say, I say hello to his banku seller. I say hello to this person. Every time you
there's
have
someone
somebody.
to say hello to.
Nimancha, he buys Jesus for me. That's
I see. You see? I told you.
Using us to advance
if
your
it's
cause.
not banku,
it's true.
It's true. So when he goes to the banku people, they give him free banku.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, you never bring us some of the banku. You don't bring us just.
No, I told the woman that you said you'd be coming around. She's still waiting. Yeah. So.
No, it's traveling from Hodome to Accra.
No, it's just
here.
Yeah, it's just here.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Jones, thank you so much for bringing us sports chats. Let's bring you what's in the papers now.
Starting with the Daily Graphic this morning. Daily Graphic Greater Home Fair partnership key in affordable housing delivery according to developers. And also Retain Me, NPP flag bearer. That's according to the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I say I can't name pet. Right. And so that's it for the Daily Graphic this morning.
The Daily Guide will restore sacked workers. That's according to Dr. Bawumia. He said that yesterday. If voted back into power, that's what he'll do. And Dr. Yaose Duchum says, I am can-do candidate. I am can-do candidate.
Yes, he can do the do. Yeah.
This race really is between Dr. Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, and Brian Champon. It's these three people. Any other person can take a seat.
Oh.
But I mean that you are a student of politics. You know what I'm talking about. So while it's good for democracy, you know that many people are showing interest. We know that the race is really between these three.
And it's
people.
also good for the party when more people show interest. Because 600,000 can help the party as well.
Mahama targets single-digit inflation, and CAGD staff fired over payroll fraud.
Controller.
Yeah, an Accountant General Department. Thank you. Yeah, so that's it for Daily Guide.
So the Ghanaian Times this morning, no excuses. Greater Accra Regional Minister wants MMDCEs. Yeah, Linda Oklu there warning. Strengthening country's health system. Veep assures support. I'm the most prepared candidate for NPP flag bearer role. That's according to Dr. Bawumia. Uncle Abokwansa returns to Jamaica tomorrow, also captured on the front page of the Ghanaian Times this morning.
The Chronicle newspaper. Abokwansa goes home tomorrow. The venue is Ekumfi Ekrofo. My vision is to expand the economy, and that's according to Dr. Bawumia. Educhum says he will fight poverty and rescue Ghanaians if elected to lead the NPP and subsequently the nation. And today's Bible verse in the Chronicle newspaper is from Psalm 35, verse 10. Right? My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? You rescue the poor from those too strong for them. Well, you said you will rescue. I don't
rescue the perishing, care for the dying.
You know, when I hear things like this from political aspirants, especially when they have just exited office, you make your case so hard to defend because you were a cabinet minister.
Right.
You know.
He was not in charge of the entire country. He was only in charge of free SHS. And he delivered STEM, STEAM, whatever. He did that. So it's now time to put him in the driver's seat so that he can rescue the entire country. Yeah, exactly. So that's the Chronicle this morning. Let's check out other newspapers this morning. The Informant says, I won't run in 2028, Mahama declares. There's also Ridge Hospital assault. GRNMA rejects committee report. NPP standard bearer race. Bawumia stands tall. That's according to Napo. Oh, nice. Divisive politics, not my character. That's according to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He says he's very cool on the outside, but then the inner tenacity you cannot joke with. Pay bribe or lose salary. Controller officer busted in payroll fraud. And school placement. GES warns against middlemen. That's the Informer for you this morning.
And finally, the new weekend crusading guide. My vision is to create opportunities for the youth. This is according to Dr. Bawumia. I'll run a clean campaign, Educhum assures as he files nomination. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association worried over Ridge assault probe report. GBC workers demand immediate action on DG's tenure, alleging mismanagement and intimidation. Gold Board suspends Evernext Gold Enterprise license over illegal pricing. Right, so that's it for the new weekend crusading guide and for the newspapers as well. Stay with us after the break. Our guests will join us. We'll get into the conversation. This is GH Today. show. And I'm really happy that he was able to do the show before he passed on. Because, this show was supposed to have happened last year, December. And then the NPP lost the election. So the mood was some way, And so we decided to postpone the show. And when we said we're going to do the show in February, we actually weren't sure. But we said, February, some way. So let's take it to December. So we would have done it this year. So, and then that Lumba said, no, let's do it in February. People are going to come. It's as if he knew. And that was the show where he in that red outfit where he kept saying, Makramo, I really, this one, yes, that, yeah, maybe 60, And it makes me really happy that we did this show, But, just by way of announcement, I told you earlier that tomorrow is the 1-week funeral observation of Daddy Lumba. It was initially supposed to happen at the Legon Sports Stadium, but the venue has changed to the Independence Square. We start at exactly 9 o'clock. Please come. Let's all go and honor the legend. It's time for the newspaper review, or what I call on Fridays the weekend review. I'm here this morning with Ibrahim Al-Hassan. He's the head of current affairs and politics at the AIB network. He's our parliamentary correspondent. He's also the producer for GH Today. And Audu Mahama is the managing editor for the Custodian newspaper. Audu, good morning. You look very different, sharp today, like Dr. Baumia.
Good morning, Serwaa. Good to see you, as always.
Good to see you too. And Wilberforce Asari is the political editor for Asasi Radio. Wilberforce, good morning.
It is well.
Yeah. Yes. Are you coming to the Independence Square tomorrow?
I will pass by.
Yeah.
But not at 9, because I have a show from 8 to 11.
So
after 11.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not the funeral. So. Yes. So we will be very quick with it, but still we'll be looking forward to seeing you.
And I'm hoping to see you. And I personally want to commend you for celebrating Daddy Lumba. I think you have celebrated him, and it's a mark of someone with a good heart. Thank you.
See, I am also a Lumba fan.
Yes, actually, I would.
I am, and he's my all-time favorite. If you go to the other side of the world, unfortunately, he's now languishing in jail. R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
We go to the other side. Lumba is the greatest.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
We'll celebrate him.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll celebrate. Audu, you're coming tomorrow, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I have a program from 8 to 10, so after that I'll pass by.
You pass by. Yes. Ibrahim.
Yes, you can't be born in Ashanti region and not love Daddy Lumba. We're looking forward to his songs every Christmas, even though we're not celebrating Christmas. And somewhere in September, the song will come. You think, this is a normal, average song. Wait till December. Then the song grows on you and it becomes the jam for the city and, for that matter, the country. And so, in fact, I was hurt when I heard the news. But I was hurt more thinking about you, Serwaa, because I know personally how much you adore and how much you put in helping Daddy Lumba. So, yes, many people think those who are grieving were the immediate family members. In our circle, we knew that the chief mourner will be Serwaa.
The relationship was chemical.
Yes. And you've really done more than enough for him. So you should be proud.
Yes,
and there's no time for grieving. There's a time for knowing that you showed up. You showed up for him. Yeah. That's all.
Lumba should be celebrated.
Really I did.
And that's the sign of somebody with a good heart.
Oh, yes.
So this one, you don't need to keep on repeating it. Someone has a good heart too.
She has.
It's just that.
Anyway, so quite a number of things have happened this week. I always say the Ridge Hospital, last week we talked about it. I would do, quotes went viral for saying that the young man in question is a national threat. and national security threats, isn't it? And a lot of people actually agreed with him. You know, for the first time, there was some harmonization in that coach.
But I thought they said that is why he lost the Prim Park election.
No, that was on the other subject.
Okay. That was for Kodjo to Ablakwa. But for the Ralph one, a lot of people agreed with him. I monitored it. You know. And, well, we also talked about the fact that the minister had set up a committee to investigate what happened that day. And then on Wednesday, the committee's report was ready and presented to the minister. The key things, the key terms of reference for that committee was to investigate the alleged case of assault on the young nurse, who we now know to be a rotation nurse, and what's caused all of that issues and drama and chaos at the hospital in the first place. It came out from the report that there was no fracture, there was no dislocation of arm to the said nurse. The reason why Ralph decided to do what he did, which he said that there was delay, the report said that there was no delay in attending to the patient, but there were issues with the hospital equipment, the machines, and so if there was any delay at all, it would have been occasioned by that, but not because of intentional human negligence to intentionally ignore the patient. And following that, yesterday, we had a conversation with one of the nurses at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, which has also since gone very viral, who said they are not very happy with the committee's work and the report of the committee, because I am confused as to why the nurse we spoke with yesterday said there was assault, but the committee said there was no assault. And the committee's report tells us there was no physical assault. They say that there was some verbal altercation, but there was no physical assault. I have looked at the report very carefully. But the nurse was interviewed. She was spoken to by the committee. The committee stated it in their report. They said that even the doctor who attended to the nurse was also spoken to, and there was no dislocation. But the nurse was treated for pain, and she was recommended bed rest, and some psychological help was given her. So now, really, who lied? Was it the nurse? Was it Ralph? Is it the committee? Because from what we found out yesterday, if that's anything to go by, there was some assault, not just on the nurse. That nurse, Chocho, according to this nurse that we spoke to, Sarah Dankwa, there was another assault on a different nurse whose face was allegedly slapped, which she said here that she was going to provide us with a video to back that claim. Unfortunately, we do not have that video yet. She said she was going to send it. We don't have it because I've received numerous calls as to whether we've received the video or not. She said she was going to give it to my producer, who is sitting right next to me. My producer hasn't received any video, because if he had, I would know. Exactly. I haven't received any video yet. I do not want to believe that it was a lie. She probably has the video but hasn't sent it to us yet. Or maybe she doesn't have it. I don't know. I can't speak for her. But as it stands, here at GHOne TV, we don't have the video. But yes, I think I've summarized it well enough, everything that happened. IB. Yes.
Just to corroborate the point you made about the video, we don't have any video in our possession as of yet. The video I saw from the next PRO was a video almost every viewer has seen. That short video from the CCTV camera, which saw Ralph move back and forth in the presence of these health workers, and then went ostensibly to take something away from the nurse, as we also. That's the video that she relates to. But she talks about the fact that the other videos that have been sent to National Security, right? If National Security is conducting its own investigation, I'm sure at the appropriate time that will be made public. Again, the Ghana Health Service is equally undertaking its own internal investigation. I'm sure that report at the appropriate time will be made public. But as it stands now, the video that she promised about another individual being assaulted aside the rotational nurse, we don't have it. Now, so this conversation has been quite interesting. I remember the last time we spoke to this, I sat here and talked about why we should be cautious in chastising the health minister. Because we had two factions in this episode who had their stories. So from there were physical assaults. Raf swore heaven and earth that there were verbal assaults. He concedes in the video he did that. Yes, they exchanged words harshly, but physically he didn't assault anybody. And I remember the last time we engaged the next PRO here before yesterday. I asked whether Raf physically, as an individual, assaulted anybody. I could not get an answer for that. But in our condemnation, we were conscious. We had mentioned that it was wrong for anybody to go to an emergency ward and start filming. I personally refrained from talking about the assault claims because I knew that it was subject of an investigation and two parties were making counterclaims. But regardless of how you look at it, it is wrong. It was wrong yesterday, it will be wrong today and tomorrow for you to go into an emergency ward and bring out your phone and start filming. Especially when people are at their lowest moment being treated. And as you saw from the video, blood on the floor and what have you. It's wrong. And any individual who was captured in that video could take legal action against you. So that was the purpose for our condemnation. Now, the report is in. I think it's the leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association that must take a lesson or two about union leadership. I dare say that they brought upon this lady, whatever that is happening to her, they've scarred her for life. Because if I look at the chronology of event, you get assaulted, you suffer dislocation in your shoulder, fracture, you are a health service provider, you are a medical officer. Your first action is not to go and seek for medical treatment, but you go home with a dislocated shoulder. You go home and return the following day to be treated and bandaged. So I'll tell you this. When journalists went to the hospital that day, that's the following day, when the leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association were going, they were kept somewhere. They were kept there for a moment, ostensibly for this assaulted nurse to be attended to and be put in a state that we saw. Bandage and everything, bed secured. That's staging. And they didn't need to do that. See, what Raf did was wrong. Whether physically anybody was assaulted or not. That narrative was enough. That he filmed where he was not supposed to film. He verbally assaulted health workers at work. That's enough. We didn't have to add embellishment, garnish it with dislocated shoulder. You know what a dislocated shoulder looks like? You know the pain you'll be going through if you have a dislocated shoulder and you take that home and return. Fractured. Look at that fractured arm. When she was granted an interview, she was waving that fractured arm. Go and look at the video again. She was waving it. The point we are making is that Dr. Tim Crine and the other leaders who were there did a great disservice to this lady. She's in court. And I'm happy she's in court. She has actually sued Raf. Yes, that's it. And this is when so this is a fractured arm. Yes, that's the fractured one. Yes, that's the fractured one. And the dislocated one is the one that's being supported. You see? So when I saw the video the last time here, I said that from what we saw in the video, unless there are any other footages, this cannot qualify as something that can result in dislocation. The report you related to talks about the fact that she was treated for pain. So maybe the story should have been about bruises, right? Bruises. When you suffer bruises, of course, you'll be in pain. You will be administered painkillers. That's understandable. But the drama was so needless. Now, instead of us talking about the challenges at the facility, and that's one thing that has been highlighted, that there were no delays, but there were no equipment to attend to the needs of the individual who had suffered trauma to the head. So they had to go and get those services done outside the premises. We are not talking about that today. We are talking about the fact that somebody might have embellished the story. That didn't need any embellishment. It didn't. Like I said, we all condemn Raf roundly that you don't do that. So that's enough. But here we are. Hopefully, the leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Medical Association will take a lesson or two from this. The ladies in court, no problem. Let's see how that plays out. But moving forward, I think I agree with the health minister that all our state health facilities will need retooling, and they must do that as soon as possible. We cannot have a facility like the Greater Accra Regional Hospital where MRI machines are not working, scanners are not working, radiography, everything will have to be done outside. Sometimes you feel that it's deliberate on the part of the managers of the facility, because maybe where these services are being procured from outside will benefit them directly or indirectly. Because it's amazing to have a facility of this caliber and nothing works there. So I'm done.
I will do.
This matter. The nurse said the report said she was not physically assaulted.
There was no dislocation or fractures
of the arm and fractures.
But the report agreed that she was treated.
Yes.
She was treated at the hospital, but there was no dislocation. Yeah. It simply means that I don't see why somebody will be virtually attacked and eventually land in the hospital for treatment. What kind of... If you are not attacked, why would you be treated? If it is just about ways, we all come here to speak. Yeah. We sometimes speak harshly about people. Why do the people go to hospital for treatment? It means that there was some physical confrontation, if the treatment aspect is actually true. So that one, we should look at that. But if the nurse too, if all the people at the hospital will put this drama that the nurse had dislocation and there was a bandage, hey, Charlie. And the way she even handled herself, the thing was so painful. The shoulder was actually moving downward. And that's serious. If it turns out not to be true, then I think she may even be charged for deceit of public. It's a criminal act. But the last time I condemned Ralph, not because of even the action that he took, I said that people were taking their relatives to hospital when he was demonstrating. He blocked the people from coming. Now it is he himself, he has taken his patient to the hospital. He felt it, that it was important for him, or it was necessary for him to allow those people to also carry their relatives to the hospital. So I said that next time, I think he will behave, and I also said that his conduct over the last how many 1 and something years has not shown that he's actually a saint. I said that. But me, our hospitals have serious issues, Serwaa. They have serious issues. Sometimes you go to the hospital, the nurses, the doctors are there, but they just cannot help you because the things they need to help you are not there. The equipment they don't have. Sometimes even common, I don't know the system. Even sometimes drugs, they make you to the extent that you have to go out to buy even drips. How do you call them?
Yes, the drips, yes.
And they are not costly.
Yeah, cheap.
These are not things that cost. But you have to walk out to buy those things. The last time I took my small boy to the hospital, we have to leave the hospital. The pharmacy didn't have those common, so simple support things. You have to go outside to buy. As IB said, I don't know whether it's a creation of the people at the hospital that they have some clients outside that you need to go there and let them make money and they get some cuts. I don't know. But what is happening sometimes is serious. But we must all acknowledge the work the nurses and doctors do for this country, the sacrifices. Sometimes you walk into the hospital, patients are brought, you look at them. Ordinarily, you as a person who is not a nurse will not go near that patient because of the condition. But they are able to receive them and take care of them, they clean them up, stabilize them and all that. Doctors do the same. So we need to, there are people that must be revered, but it should also act in a manner that is that shows that there's some integrity in their work. The Nurses Association, the Nurses and Midwives Association will have to come clean on this matter. Was a lady actually assaulted to the extent that she had a dislocation of her shoulders. It's turning out that that may not be the case. So why the makeup? Why this drama? We all condemn it because we all condemn it here last week. The action of Ralph. They didn't need to go to this extent to show that what he did was wrong. Because you don't need to go to that to attack people before your patient is attended to. And the other day we were saying that sometimes IB said it that somebody's head may be seen that the head is being cut. But the doctors and nurses look at that. That is no more serious than a person who just had some small cut head is bleeding profusely. You will see that your neck may be going off. But the person with the bleeding, if they don't attend to that person, he may die. So you look at your patient neck going off, that he's an emergency issue, the case that should be looked at, and not that one. But they look at the cases, they look at the conditions and see that this is more critical that we should attend to. We must all be patient when we go to hospitals. Sometimes there are bad ones among the health personnel who misbehave, but we should look at the larger picture of the sacrifices that they make, the conditions under which they operate, and all these things come together. Make sure that and we should sympathize with them. But they should also see that they are dealing with human beings. And therefore, how to deal with people, human beings with different characters, how they relate to them is very important. I will appeal to the health minister. He has given his word. Our hospitals are actually in dire need of support, equipment-wise and all that, even motivation of staff. We should look at those areas so that we all have a health system, delivery system that we all say that this is that will serve the purpose for which they are set up.
Wilberforce.
Okay, so this hospital thing, when I heard the report, I decided to take myself to school and to read Section 87 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, because it is Section 87 that talks about, I'm talking about Act 29, that talks about assault and battery. So when you look at Section 87(1), it says it's entitled Assault Without Actual Battery. And it says that a person makes an assault without actual battery on another person if by an act apparently done in commencement of an assault and battery, the person intentionally puts the other person in fear or an instant assault or battery. But this same provision comes to give some illustrations. There are 3 of them. So it says 1, A points a pistol at B in a manner that gives B reasonable grounds for fear that B will be immediately shot. Yeah. Here, A commits assault, although A does not intend to fire, and although the pistol is not loaded, and although A knows that it is not loaded. That's the first illustration. Yeah. Listen to the second illustration. A, at a distance of 10 yards from B, runs at B with apparent intention of striking B and intending to put B in fear of an immediate beating. Here, A commits an assault, although A never comes within actual reach of B. And the last illustration, A, being near B, lifts a stick and threatens at once to strike B. Unless B immediately apologizes, here A has committed assault. Yeah. So the test for assault in our own law, as compared to the actions that we are told Ralph did, assault is completely established from the illustrations here.
Yes. The contention is a dislocation and fracture.
Yes. But there's verbal assault.
Yes. So if you, the funny thing is that when his lawyers went to court, they did not ask for relief on assault. If you look at the relief, they are saying that damages of 5 million Ghana cedis for the battery suffered at the hands of the defendant on the 17th day of August, resulting in bodily injury to the plaintiff. So they were asking for damages in battery, and then also defamation and the orders and all that they were asking for. So, of course, yes, there is some discrepancy in terms of what they went to court for and what the lady is actually saying happened to her. But for me,
means it's a physical.
Yes, so the assault, you don't need to even do the physical.
Yes.
But the battery means that there was the physical.
Yes.
That's what I know.
But that's what the lady said.
Okay. But for me, this whole thing that we are discussing, first of all, Ralph, as a man, going to the hospital and meeting a woman, and even, let's assume that there was no physical touch, but having that altercation with the woman, for me, was wrong.
Oh, yes.
And whatever report that they are doing, that is where they should start from. The wrongness of the actions and inactions of the man in question, which is Ralph. Let's establish that, let's condemn that, and let's resolve this matter. All this thing about there was no dislocation. Okay, so assuming that you hit me, I say you hit me, and I exaggerated about the impact of the hit. Let's assume that it was an exaggeration. Does it take away the fact that you hit me? It doesn't take away the fact that you hit me. It's just I'm saying that we see sometimes footballers, when they are playing football, they can have a clash with each other or one person fouls. You see the footballer rolling on the ground. Then they will give the other player a red card. Then all of a sudden the player will stand up. He will limp 1, 2, and then he starts jogging.
Deception. Oh, yes.
You understand? Yeah. There are times that somebody can also get hurt, and the person is stretched off, cannot come back and play the game again. We've seen all those kind of. So I'm just saying that there's a possibility. Let's assume that you hit me, and then, in fact, I've seen footballers where they were having an argument, and one used his finger like this and push the other person. The guy falls down and starts rolling.
That's a drama.
Those things is the drama part. Yeah. It doesn't take away the fact that on the field of play, the footballer did something that he was not supposed to do. Yeah. What would the focus be? What would the referee focus on? The referee will focus on the wrong that you did and not the exaggeration part or the exaggerated part. So I don't want us to focus on assuming there was an exaggeration, that there was a dislocation, and then we found there was not a dislocation. It's an exaggerated part of the issue. Yeah. The real part of the issue is the fact that you went and assaulted a health worker on the line of duty, and that we are condemning. We are saying that it is wrong. Yeah. We don't want our children to learn that. Good morning.
Nanya.
Okay, but we'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Akwetia. This morning, Global Info Analytics has released a very interesting poll that the NDC is in a very comfortable lead and is likely to win by 53% in the Akwetia by-election as compared to the NPP in some winning by getting 47%. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll engage the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, to understand the research or this poll and what went into it. You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I'm Serwaa Amihere. If you just joined us, we've been talking about what happened at the Ridge Hospital and the reports, the committee, its report, and the subsequent conversations that we had with the nurse at the hospital. But let's move on. This Tuesday is the Akwatia by-election. Also, today is going to be the funeral, or is a funeral, right? Or vigil in honor of the late MP Ernest Yakumi. But ahead of this by-election, I'm sure that you have seen that press conference by the NPP where they allege that the NDC is planning to take some thugs disguised as national security operatives or soldiers to go and foment trouble in Akwatia. The NDC has denied same. But this morning, we have seen a poll by Global Info Analytics that the NDC, I beg your pardon, is in a comfortable lead, takes over from the NPP, and is likely to win by some 53%. Musa Dankwa is Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, and he joins us via Zoom. Mr. Dankwa, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Serwaa, for having me.
Okay, so what changed? Because last week you released a poll which said otherwise. What changed from the research, the work that you did?
Two things largely. One, the key issue for voters in this round of poll was developmental project. 52% of the people polled said their number one issue is developmental project. Then you have the economy. Then you have education, you have jobs. Galamsey has lowered, and so is sympathy. So if you look at that, then it makes sense for them to opt for the NDC candidate because they don't believe the opposition candidate can bring development. I think that must be the reason why the numbers have shifted quite significantly. And then also, if you look at the demography of the voters, in the last poll, if you remember, we highlighted that the Ever groups, the Molly Dagbani groups, and then the Ghana groups are voting for MPP in majority. This time around, the numbers have reversed. They are voting for NDC in majority. So the 6-point lead MPP had was preceded by this support from these ethnic groups. Now that the support is no longer there, they have dropped. And also, crucially, among the Akan voters, MPP has dropped as well.
Okay, but we have a reporter on the ground who tells us that things are different from what you are projecting it to be on the ground. How do you respond to that?
Serwaa, do you listen to opinion poll that sampled 2,000 people, or a reporter who interviewed few people on the microphone?
I listen.
The choice is yours.
I listen to both, and I'm asking you, what do you say to that?
No, the poll has given you pointers as to why the numbers are what they are. We send people there. I didn't go there myself. The feedback is what we have. People can believe in whatever they believe in, but this is the numbers that we have collected from Akwatia.
Okay, but we still have about some 2-3 days before the elections. Do you think anything can change?
Not significantly. There are people who are saying undecided. If you look at the other model, we look at the all voting model. About 11% are undecided. But these people who are undecided are floating voters. And floating voters at this time don't break for MPP.
What about sympathy votes? You're aware that tonight the NPP is holding a vigil in honor of the late MP, Ernest Yakumi. Will it not do anything at all for the NPP's fortunes?
Only 4% of respondents say sympathy is going to be a factor for them, out of the 100%. 4% are mentioning sympathy. So sympathy is not going to win this election for anyone. Indeed, if you look at the data and those who are voting for the candidates and the key issues that matter to them, sympathy is nowhere near a good number to be happy with. Again, let me point out to you, the problem MPP is also facing is in-house, because 24% of voters who in 2024 voted for Kumi are voting for Bernard Baidu. 24% of his supporters are voting for NDC candidates. You cannot win an election if you lose that kind of percentage.
But what could be the reason for that?
No, we don't ask them reasons. It's for them to go and find out why it's happening. And this is showing in the numbers, as you can see in Wenchi. Wenchi is the MPP World Bank in Akutia. At the moment, they are barely leading in Wenchi.
You know that Mr. Dankwa, over the years, we've seen that at every by-election, the voter turnout is usually low. To what extent will that affect this? Because some watchers say that, yes, you have made your predictions with the polls, but if voter turnout is low, things might not go the way that the poll is saying it will.
If there's lower turnout, it will not even help MPP. So it will make the situation worse for them.
All right. Thank you very much. Musa Dankwa is the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics there, defending strongly his poll, which says that the NDC is likely to win by some 53% in the Akwitia by-election. And he says that even if there's low voter turnout, it will be worse for the NPP and not for the NDC. We will be on ground on Tuesday. We'll bring you up-to-date with the numbers, and we will all see what's going to happen on Tuesday. This is your election, Have. Let me come back to the studio. I'm here with Wilberforce Asari, Ibrahim Al-Hassan, and Audu Mahama. I'll start with you, IB.
Well, so that came to me as a surprise, and I'm talking about the numbers.
The numbers, right?
53-47. That's huge. That's much higher than what even Ernest Kumi won with. Ernest Kumi won with over 2,000 votes, even though the outcome was contested. And it was profound, the question you asked about the turnout for by-elections. I've covered almost every by-election in our recent history, from Talensi to Tripoli to recently Kumewu and Asenov. You realize that the numbers drop because there's an added motivation for people to vote on election day on December 7 because they are choosing a president. In fact, there are people who go to the voting booth, vote for a presidential candidate and leave. They don't really care about who represents them in parliament. So you see the numbers for presidential elections up and then that of parliamentary down. So largely, by-elections record low voter turnout. There are many in Accra who hail from Akwetia who will not bother returning to go and vote because they are here trying to make a living. So they won't bother. Now, regardless of that, the point he makes that runs through all by-elections is development. And trust me, if you go to Akwetia right now, government is undertaking one project or the other. In Kumewu, overnight, rules were fixed. In Asenov, things were done overnight. And it works.
Not all the time.
When I say it works, I'm talking about swaying the minds of the people. So for Asenov specifically, it was an emotional election. Asenov was, in fact, regardless of what MPP did, they could have tied the rules gold. MPP would have lost Asenov because it was an emotional election that we had voted for somebody and the governing party, the system was hounding him. And I'm talking about the equation. So it's an outlier. Asenov is an outlier. But I was in Talensi. The MP had decided to go and take up a chieftaincy title, right, from MPP, and then the by-election became necessary. The MPP lost the seat because the party was in opposition. And it's worked across. Like at Kumewu, the MPP comfortably retained Kumewu. So you are seeing project, then project will be done. The question many voters will be asking themselves will be, for the next 3 years, would you want to see what we are seeing today by way of progress, or let's stick to tradition and then vote for MPP just to make a point? If their answer to that is yes, it sways one way. If the answer to that is no, it sways the other way. So it's always difficult for an opposition party to do well in a by-election in a swing constituency. Akwesea has been swing largely, even though the NPP has won it majority of the times.
Yeah.
Baba Jamal managed through a by-election to come to parliament. But when he went back there, they rejected him. And then when Amase came and the party treated her the way it treated her, and she...
Baba Jamal was not a by-election. It was a normal election.
Baba Jamal...
No, normal.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. I stand to be corrected, but Baba Jamal even went to court, and I remember clearly that it was not the normal elections that brought Baba Jamal. But of course, that's open to verification. But the point I'm making is that when Amase lost the NPP primaries, the grounds became fertile for the NDC to snatch the seat, which it did. But guess what? After just one term, Eskumi went back and then regained the seat until his unfortunate demise. So the seat has been swinging. In those instances, since 1992, it only favors the governing party. When we talk about by-election in a swing constituency. In fact, Asamase was a by-election. Muntaka came through a by-election. And that was under Kufuor. As tense as it was, because the NDC had always been winning the constituency. It was not a difficulty. Muntaka won and came to parliament.
So opposition party won.
Oh yes, the point I'm making is that if it's a swing constituency, it becomes difficult, much more difficult and tougher for the opposition.
Yeah.
But if it's a constituency that has why do you think Tamale Central is not even up for discussion?
Yeah.
Right? Not just because the NPP says it's not going, but it has been a comfortable seat for the NDC.
That's right.
So let's see. I doubt the NDC will get the 53%. I doubt, because the 53 is quite on a high. But I won't doubt a poll that says the NDC will win Akwetia because of the factors I've just enumerated. Mind you, there's also another factor that people have not paid attention to. It's how the NPP chose its candidate, not through an election. That candidate was anointed. And I was in the room with the 6 other candidates when this announcement was made, right? You could tell that others will have wished that the process was different. But the party put together a committee. The committee went round and realized that opening up to an election will be inimical. So these are the people who have expressed interest. Let's engage the party members and the party leaders. Who do they think is best placed to secure the seat for the NPP? And they settled on their candidate, the minor. So yes, it comes with its advantage and its disadvantage. And so let's see what Tuesday brings. Like we mentioned, we'll be there. I personally will be there as well. But polls are meant to inform strategies. Let's see what strategy the NPP comes up with from now till Tuesday.
I will do.
Yes, I have always said that polls are actually not on the ground. Mm-hmm. If the poll says that you are winning and you don't work hard,
exactly,
the polls will not necessarily give you the win. Yeah. You have to work hard. And by-elections have their own dynamics, different dynamics. As Ibi said, incumbent governments tend to win constituencies that are predominantly swing seats. Since 1996, that MPP took part in parliamentary elections. It means that there have been 8 parliamentary or general elections in Ghana. Parliamentary, in terms of parliamentary, 96. Out of the 8, MPP has won 5 in Akwetia. NDC has won 3. Now, it can be said that
NDC has
won 3.
NDC has won 4.
It's 5-4.
It's 5-4. NDC won
you
in
are adding
90.
They are adding 92.
There was no contest.
I'm saying 96.
Okay.
So
okay. You are right, editor.
Yeah, we're sorry.
You have voted in 92.
Yeah.
Did you vote in
92? Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm saying that since 96, MPP has won 5 times, NDC has won 3 times in Akwetia. Yeah. I've taken 92 because MPP did not take part. Yeah. So that's it. And you will see that MPP is a bit stronger in Akwetia than NDC based on the results over the years. And the last election, Eskumi won with a little over 2,000. You were talking about disputes and all, electoral disputes. Now, the candidate and Eskumi met. was the same candidate he contested with 2020, and that candidate beat him.
Yes, by vote difference of
1,100 and something. And then they came back, NS Kumi then wins. Now, this matter was taken to court. The NDC candidate and the whole party claimed that they had won the seat, right? And the lawyer who actually went to court to say that his candidate had won is now the candidate for NDC. To my mind, I was thinking that if you really believe that your candidate won, why don't you present that same candidate to contest the election? Because you went to court and said he had won. It turned out that the lawyer who represented him in court is now the candidate for NDC. It's just like you have a divorce case. You've taken a lawyer. The lawyer who is representing you now, after everything, now takes your wife and marries a wife. Even though it's something to that like that. Yeah. So, Serwaa, so that is it. There's some people also see some betrayal somewhere, that the man has betrayed his client, and NDC has not actually been fair to the candidate who contested in 2024. To what extent will that factor affect NDC? We will see on Tuesday. And to what extent will that candidate who has come, the new lawyer who has come, to what extent will he also inure to the benefit of NDC? We'll see. Now, NPP elected, they actually chose this particular candidate based on compromise, that he was a compromise candidate. We'll see whether the compromise candidate will actually win the seat will be the winner for MPP, will win the seat for MPP. It may be right, it may be wrong. The decision we'll see how it will affect the outcome. Now, I've said that by-elections have their own dynamics. We have spoken about low voter turnout, and also sometimes there are suppression of votes. When governments are in power, they make sure, sometimes we don't say it, but they make sure that if there are strongholds of a particular party in opposition, they make sure that the stronghold of the people from the opposition party stronghold don't come out to vote. They suppress the votes, intimidation. We've heard of military being sent to Akwetia. MPP is complaining. What is it? Even in the national election, military was not involved. How come a by-election military is being sent? If it is true, I'm not on the ground. How come in this election that the police says they are capable of handling the affairs in that coincidence? How come we are sending military there? People are saying that it's just to frighten the people. They may be placed at the strongholds of MPP so that the people will be frightened and not come out to vote. If that happens, that is suppression of votes, and it may inure to the benefit of NDC. So even on election day, things happen. We all know. Then the money bags will be there.
You don't believe in this poll?
Which one?
This very one by Global Info Analytics.
He has not shown me any methodology, anything that shows that this poll is credible. I have issues. I don't want to talk about polls. Sometimes I have said it. As a student of sociology, we have something called social currents. When everybody is clamoring for me, everybody is moving towards a particular direction, you just say that it's also, let me also join the bank wagon. Some researchers in this country are like that. When they see, and it's like the imams and some pastors also look at that and predict. They don't actually, God doesn't send them any information. They look at what the mood of the country, where things are moving, and they predict. Some researchers are also like that. He has not given me any serious methodology. You ask him about why. You ask him a particular question. Did he answer the question?
Which one?
No, he said they don't ask why.
They don't ask
the
why.
Reasoning. Yeah, he said they don't. Yes.
There's no research that you do. You know, if somebody says that, if you draw your questionnaire, one question leads to another. If somebody says that I'm choosing NDC over MPP, you must ask the person what is the reason. If you don't ask the why, then there's no research. We've all done research. I have done research. I've done academic research. So one question leads to another. So if you don't ask the why the conclusion? If I'm saying I'm voting for MPP, you must ask me why I'm voting for MPP. He's talking about jobs. he's talking about. These are known issues that even prior to the lead up to the general election, these are the issues that were known. So are they new? No, they are not. They are known already. And of course, that's why I talk about the social current. Of course, every person, some people in the constituency may be swayed that, look, we want development and NDC is in government. They are the governing party. They may be able to help out. That may sway some people.
But have you checked out his websites? The methodology is there. You want to do that?
Me.
You are asking for
Yes,
methodology, and
yes.
I'm telling you where to find it.
Exactly.
Look.
Also, research can be quantitative, can be qualitative.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know you know.
I know,
You
I
mentioned
know.
the why, because if you can decide not to ask the why,
Yes.
it's also part of research.
Yes.
If
You can, but
if you want to explore the why,
but the
too,
credibility of
I
not
don't
asking.
think that on this score,
Yeah.
on
Yes.
this front, he sought out to find the why.
Yes.
Because
But-
he made
but-
it. When
but
I
it's
asked him,
very
he said it
important.
is for them to figure out.
Yeah.
Who to
the
figure out?
parties.
The part, yes.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that the methodology, the sample
I know.
size,
I
they
have
are
seen
all on his
everything. I've
website.
seen. Look, I've seen that people have even got a what is it? Methodology, the code methodology. But you look at the methodology. How is it taken? How is a sample? Even sample taken. Look, in research, you can pick your research. Even picking of your respondents will even show whether your research is credible. How you even collect your data, even data collection.
But we must give it to Musa. In the last couple of, he's gotten it right.
Couple of what?
I mean, he
The
got
general
20.
election.
Yes, he got 20
IB
before.
sit here? Didn't IB sit there the NDC was winning the election?
Oh, but that's
I didn't do a research.
he did
I
exactly.
studied trends, and then I
So when I say trends and social currents, you don't get me. You didn't get
He
my
got
drift.
Ablekuma North right.
Ablekuma North. The 19 police stations, polling centers.
Didn't he do a research?
Oh,
on that?
I am saying that. Look, I have told you that by-election. You saw what happened. Did he anticipate that people will be beaten and some people will not come to queue to vote?
You don't do polls on that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. By-elections have... Look, when you go to the ground and you see the mood of the people, what is happening, you can easily say that this party is winning. Look, the woman who said she was going to MPP candidate, most of the 19 polling stations were predominantly MPP.
Yes, that's true.
You know that.
Yes.
But she thought that the people were coming out to vote. If they had come out to vote, she would have won. But did she think that she didn't know that they would not come out to vote? What happened? You saw that the hooliganism that happened. If you say why you were there, will you go and queue and vote? You say, well, as I know you, will you want to be slapped? Will you want to be beaten?
Why should anybody touch me? Because
exactly. So by-elections, all these things happen. That is why in by-elections you have problems, because things are done ordinarily in general elections that are not done.
Do you expect something to change before Tuesday?
Look, even on election day, things can change.
Okay.
By-elections, even on election day, things can change.
operations.
D-Day operations. Look,
All right.
I've just went through a small election. And
D-Day, you did operation.
D-Day, I was confused.
You didn't do any operation.
How could I? Because somebody in opposition, even the person, they said the person, that like the same campaign they are doing in Akwechia, that the candidate that was facing was affiliated to government, and therefore he could provide things for even journalists. So how much more?
What are you saying? Journalists are corrupt?
No. They said that. They said that they need facilitation. They said that it is a candidate that he is affiliated to government who could provide their needs. And opposition, they said me they are the opposition, so
Okay.
I didn't matter. So look, we'll see what happens on Tuesday. I have said that no matter what happens on Tuesday, will not necessarily change anything much. Because NDC already has, what they are fighting is for ego. To say that we are government, people still love us and all that. If they lose this election, people may say that they are losing their popularity and all that. That's what they are fighting for. They already have the absolute majority in parliament. It's just to tell Ghanaians that if we win this seat, we are still loved by the people. That's why they are fighting. Otherwise, MPP loses this seat, doesn't change anything. They move from 88 to 87. Difference one.
Okay. Wilberforce.
Okay, so I think that Akwechia as a constituency has been a very eventful constituency. So tracing from 1992 to 2024, with the exception of 2020 and 2024, every member of parliament from Akwetia has been an MP whose party was in power.
Right.
So in 96, in 92, 96, the MP was an NDC MP. 2000, 2004, an NDC MPP MP won. 2008, 2012, an NDC MP won. And then 2016, an MPP MP won.
Yes.
But in 2020, even though MPP was in power, an NDC MP won.
No, in 2020.
In 2020.
Okay, yes, and yes,
And
NDC
then
won.
in 2024, even though an NDC government had won, an MPP MP won to be the MP. So the difference is really 2020 and 2024, where you had a reverse of what has happened from 92 up to 2020.
Don't add 92.
Yes,
Yes,
let's take 92 out. But so what I'm saying is that if you look at the by-election that is happening on Tuesday, there are multiple dynamics at play. So an incumbent MP sadly died, and so there must be a by-election. He was an MPP MP. And so people would naturally say that there could be sympathy votes coming from the MPP supporters who will likely come out there to come and vote for the new MPP candidate. But the other dynamic is that you have an NDC government in power that is promising the people development, saying, yen yewa bemu, to utuma yen yebe bremu development, utuma opposition MP na on bremu development bia. So we are attributing development in our constituencies to the ruling government and the MP who is part of the ruling government. But that is that to say that the 87 constituencies that have MPP MPs under this NDC regime, if there were developmental activities in our constituencies, is the government saying that it would deny the 88 constituencies development because the MPs there are not NDC MPs, they are MPP MPs? Is that what we are saying? For example, when Akufo-Addo was president, he came up with Agenda 111. Most of the hospitals that were being constructed in constituencies where the sitting MPs were NDC MPs.
Yes.
Under the Akufo-Addo regime.
Yes.
Would he say that because the MP sitting is from the NDC and I'm MPP government, I will not go and construct the hospital? I'm having a difficulty with our politicians trying to equate development with who is the sitting MP in a constituency or not. The president's pledge to the country is holistic. It is not based on who is the MP in the constituency. It's based on the national purse and the finances that are available for purposes of developing the country. And so I have a difficulty with this rhetoric that is gaining grounds because it could be a problem. So let's look at it carefully. Let's not equate development in our country and in our constituencies based on who is the sitting MP and who is not the sitting MP.
All right.
Okay, should I conclude there?
Yes, conclude.
Okay, maybe let me conclude that way. Just to say that this Musa Dankwa research, I will go with what former President Akufo-Addo has always said, and that is that the real poll is when we have gone to the poll to vote and the votes are counted. That is the real poll. And that is the reason why in this our country, we have seen some people draw polls and we go to the election and it is the opposite of what they said. So Musa Dankwa particularly have gotten some polls wrong in the past and may have gotten some right.
Yes,
it's the same with Benefsin. Benefsin has made predictions in this country that came to pass, and he has made predictions based on his research that failed. So I will go with the poll of polls, which is what is taking place on Tuesday, 2nd September.
Okay.
Yes, so I was relating to the rerun. There was rerun in 6 constituencies
Yes.
that brought Baba Jama, not a by-election. So
Yeah.
I would right. But that degenerated into
So
something.
that was
exactly.
that was
It
Baba
was
Jamal's was
just like,
2008.
what happened?
Yes.
And then he went back 2012 and won.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he lost to Amasi subsequently.
Okay, let's conclude the conversation with the NPP and they filing their forms this week. So I think about 5 of them have done so far. There's Kwabene Japan, there's Kennedy Japan, there's Dr. Yawose Duchum, there is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. So 4.
And Dr. Brian Champon.
Yes, Dr. Brian Champon. Adainimo has pulled out.
He didn't find money.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the case?
He gave a reason. Money was not. Money was part. Money was
He said he
part.
couldn't- The money was too high.
On
The
Niska.
500,000.
He didn't have.
Yeah.
On Niska.
Okay.
But it
Has he
sounded
not
like
seen the reason that says
it
how
sounded
much
like
you
he
need
was
to win
doing
an election?
it sounded like he was doing MPP a favor
By what?
by pulling out.
Anyway, so
Yeah, of course.
I mean, in all of this, right? One thing has stood out for many people, and that is how, for the want of a better word, how nasty, the internal politics has been, the throwing of jabs at each other, allegations and whatnot, and you ask yourself, how are you doing all of these things? And when one person is elected as flag bearer, how are you able to get the base and everybody together? Because today there are tribal, messages, speeches, there are issues about money, whatnot. I'll pick your thoughts on them very shortly, but let me quickly take a break. Welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. I'm here with Wilberforce Asari, Audu Mahama, and Ibrahim Al-Hassan. Quickly, before we go, the NPP. So, what nominations have closed?
Yes.
Right? So, as it stands, 5 people are going to be on the ballot.
Yes.
Dr. Bawumia, Dr. Brian Champon, Kennedy Japan, Dr. Yaose Duchum, and Kwabene Japan.
Yes.
Wilberforce.
Okay. So.
Who do you think is going to win, though?
Oh, you want me to go straight to the point like that? No analysis behind that.
You can answer my question and then you give your analysis.
Quite frankly, I think that this contest that the MPP is engaging in my personal opinion, is unnecessary. If you ask me, it's totally unnecessary because of the circumstances the party found itself in the last election. Now, in the last election, the real question the New Patriotic Party has to answer is, why is it that in an election just 4 years ago, we had 6.7 million coming out to vote for us? And 4 years down the line, we had 4.6 million people coming out to vote. Whereas 6.7 in 2020 and 4.6 in 2024. Whereas our opponent, incidentally, the candidate was the same candidate for the opponents in 2020 and 2024, had 6.2 coming out in 2020 and 6.3 coming out in 2024. The question the MPP has to answer is, why is it that those people did not come out to come and vote? And in answering that question, that is the only way the MPP can project itself for a better result in 2028. It was not because of the candidates they had. It was because of multiple happenings in the party, amongst the rank and file. The people decided that, we won't come out and vote. Why? Because we don't want to vote for NDC, but we also won't vote for our own party because we are angry. What made them angry is the answers the MPP needs to seek and get ahead of the 2028 election. That is why I personally think that the process that they are engaging in, even though it is traditional in the MPP, that every time they choose a flag bearer, they go for a contest. It's traditional. And you can look at it from 92 to date. There's always been a contest. Edubwahin was contested by Kufuor. Kufuor was contested by Kufuor. Kufuor was contested by Alan Chemanting. Alan Chemanting was contested by Bawumia. Bawumia is being contested by Kennedy Japan and several others. There's always been a contest in the MPP. So in that score, yes, they are keeping to tradition. But ahead of 2028, I think that the MPP is better off staging Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia for the 2028 election. Now, I'm going to end this way. In Ghana's political history, all our presidents that we have had, they have always won an election from people they contested, or they've always been handed over from people they contested. Let me show you why. Rawlings was contested by Kufuor. Rawlings handed over to Kufuor. No, let me just make my... Kufuor was contested.
It makes sense, but...
Kufuor was contested by Atta Mills. Kufuor handed over to Atta Mills. Sadly, Atta Mills passed on, went to eternity. May his soul rest in perfect peace. But Mr. Mahama took over from Atta Mills, and everybody knows that President Mahama's first term was a second term of John Evans Atta Mills. So you can technically say that Kufuor, who contested John Evans Atta Mills, got handed over to by John Evans Atta Mills to Kufuor. John Mahama contested Kufuor. Kufuor handed over to John Mahama. Dr. Bawumia has contested Mahama, and there is a likelihood that Mr. Mahama will hand over to Bawumia if he is maintained. I'm only suggesting to the New Patriotic Party that by all means go for contest, maintain your tradition. But your tradition itself also shows that you never do away with a candidate that you brought for an election for the first time and the person lost. You always repeat the person. You may have done it once with Edubwahin, yes, and that was 1992. But from 96 to date, you have always maintained your candidate. So it's up to the New Patriotic Party.
But a question, what
Yes.
if the 2 million people that you talk about didn't come out to vote because they didn't believe in the candidates, as Ken has been saying?
So that can only be answered by research and investigation. That investigation has been done, that research has been done, and the research shows that
Who did the research?
the party itself.
Have you seen the report?
Well, I've seen parts of it.
Because I haven't seen
Yes,
the
I've
report.
seen parts of it.
So why can't they make that
it's for
report
party
public so
people.
that
It's for
we
party-
can...
it was-
But Ken is telling us that the people didn't vote because they didn't believe in the candidates.
Has he provided us any scientific research to back that?
What is your
The argument I'm making is backed by science.
What is
Yes, but
what
the
does
science
it
is
say?
the science of it is that when you lose an election, you do an engagement. You go around to the people, speak.
we've
Hold on,
established
yes.
that. What did
And
the
so they
report
did.
say?
And the report says that, among other things, most party people who failed to come out to vote were aggrieved because of certain factors. One, because of what they thought the Akufo-Addo administration had done in respect of the economy. They felt that the economy was weak, was not strong, and then also internally,
Has Ken seen this report?
I don't know. I'm not.
But you have seen it.
I didn't say I've seen it. I've seen parts of it.
Has Ken seen
parts of
those
it.
excerpts
I
of
don't
it?
know. I don't work for him. I'm not associated with him.
But don't you think that it would do the party a lot of... Because you are saying
Yeah.
that this contest is unnecessary. If all the other aspirants knew that this is the problem, maybe it will inform the opposition. And Ken won't stand on stage to say that grassroots say today, if they bring him out, they'll come out to
Serwaa,
vote.
what is there is ambition. What is on play now is not about statistics and research. It's ambition.
Okay.
People are pursuing their ambition. Mr. Kennedy Ohene Japan is pursuing his ambition
Right.
to be president.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
Okay.
So,
Thank
the
you.
bottom line, I know you don't have time, but the bottom line for me is that the records are showing that your own party people base were disgruntled. And the evidence is there. The figures of the outcome of the election is
I'm
there
sorry.
to show.
We have a problem with your microphone.
Okay.
I'll do.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. Serwaa, this is okay.
Okay. The producer says go on.
Okay.
So go on.
Serwaa.
No, because he said quickly, and I said, by the time he was dragging, he would have said about 10.
Serwaa, everybody, I am quite known in MPP. I am a...
Are you a delegate?
No.
Try and be one.
Shouldn't you be one?
I was some time ago. So let me quickly say this. A lot of people know me in MPP. I am a journalist. I am an editor. I own a paper.
Yeah.
Many of these candidates you have mentioned have never invited me for their program. Neither have they sent me a story to be published for them. You know why? They said me, I am Bawumia extremist. So they won't even talk to me. They won't even call me for their programs. They won't even invite me for. They won't even send their stories for me to publish for them, even for free.
Wow.
But I accept that. I believe in, everybody knows, I believe in one person in this contest, and that one person is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And there's no time for us to look at every aspirant in this matter and judge whether the loss in 2024 was the fault of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We would have gone into that if we had time. And we show with data that probably but for Bawumia, MPP would have performed worse. We would have shown with data. The person you just mentioned, Honorable Kennedy Japan, and by the way, I respect all of them. I don't have issues with any of them. In fact, I have one candidate I classify as my number 2. My second candidate. Even his people said, they even said I'm extremist. I'm pro-Bawumia, so they will invite me.
But you are. Oh?
I am. I am unrepentant on that.
Okay. Who's that second?
I will not mention it because they've even told, I heard it 2 days ago, that they won't even invite me for a program or give me their stories because I am Bawumia extremist. He knows. I'll tell for him, I'll tell him when we go for our coffee.
No, you won't tell us. Why did you bring it up? Go ahead.
So let me go. I'll tell you off air. So that is it.
I don't want that because you people come and sit here, say you tell me things after, and then on social media they'll be asking me for it, and I don't have it.
Like
That's how the nurse came to say that she's going to send me a video. Now everybody's asking me for the video, and I don't have the video.
You said somebody said the 2 million people, 2.8 didn't come out because it was a candidate. How many years has Honorable Kennedy Japan been an MP? 24 years. his constituency that he nurtured for 24 years, he was MP. Do you know the MPP lost that seat? He couldn't even win that seat, retain it for MPP. You know the person, and I hear this, he's a Muslim. Because he's a Muslim, Muslims didn't turn out to vote. And that is quite nonsensical. You know the person who won in that seat? He's a Muslim. The person who won in Canada, Japan's constituency, is a Muslim. At least, Dr. Bawumia's region is the only region in the 2024 elections at Northeast that MPP appreciated what they got in 2020 and then what they got in 2024. That's the only region. Look at the performance of MPP in Central Region. See, in this contest, I know the person will win. So you don't need to do things that if the person wins, it will be difficult for him to unite the people. Yeah. MPP, I have followed MPP, and I have been a member since 1994, Serwaa. MPP, they have the grassroots. And just like NDC, at any material moment, they know who they want to vote for as a flag bearer. Me, when Aliyu Muhammad was contesting Akufo-Addo, Aliyu Muhammad, he's from North, he's a Muslim. I never supported him. I didn't support him because I am Muslim or I'm from Northern region. I supported Nana Akufo-Addo because I thought he was the right person, and I believe, and I have always believed in him. Even today, I believe in him. That's why I supported Akufo-Addo, not because of anything. Why? If it was just somebody from your area or your religion with your affiliated to your religious background, I would have supported Aliyu Muhammad, but I didn't. I support Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo because at that point, at that material moment, everybody, majority of MP people thought that he was the right person to lead. It's the same thing that is going to happen. People underrate the how do you call it, the strength of MPP grassroots, what they think about all the candidates. If it is, I've heard that he was in charge of economy and all that. Why? Economy, is this just about, what is economy? Wasn't somebody in charge of, economy is made up of so many sectors. Apart from Ken and Kennedy Ajapong, Kobna Ajapong, who were not part of Ghana. Even Ken was board chairman of Ghana Gas. Yeah. Ghana Gas is not energy sector, part of energy sector. Brian Champo, was he not agri minister? What was the performance of agri sector? Education. What was the performance of education? When they gave figures to...
He did STEM.
STEM, yes, he did STEM. We all saw STEM. And I appreciate the work he has done.
You're asking me performance, I'm telling you.
No, I am... But I know the performance. I know what he... I know what he... It's a rhetorical question. I didn't expect you to answer. Why Entemdodo? I am saying that, look, we all know Educhum. All of them are capable. They are very good candidates. But you see, skill of preference and also the strength of each and every one of them. The agri sector, as I said, Brian he has been a minister, cabinet minister and all that. So if the economy did not perform well, was agri sector not part of the economy? What didn't you contribute to the non-performance of the economy? Education sector, is it not part of the economy? When they were giving figures, Ken's spokesperson, Kwating, he was the person speaking for Educhum. Now he's with Ken. Was he not the person speaking on behalf of Education Ministry? When President Akufo-Addo mentioned that 5.7 people got free education, free or benefit for free senior high school, we were all here who provided the figures to the president? Who provided the figures? Was he not coming from Education Ministry? And today turned out that he turned out that the figures were not accurate. You turn out to blame Bawumia for this? Was Bawumia in charge of the Education Ministry? So, look, if you look at the issues that we all sat here, people talked about economy, people spoke about MPP despondency. If you have a presidential aspirant who goes to tell party people that ministers in his own government were looting like there was no tomorrow, what do you expect the grassroots of that party to? That they were chopping and leaving the people. What do you expect them to say? They will tell you that when you come for them to go and vote, they will tell you that those of you who were chopping should go and vote. You will not. And that was what happened to MPP. Because somebody had told them that they were chopping, people were chopping and leaving them. Meanwhile, the person has forgotten or they has not told the people what he benefited from as an aspirant within the party. Recently, we saw this man, what's the name? Former energy minister defending 1 million Ghana cedis contract that they awarded to Kennedy Agyapong's wife? Did he tell party supporters that his wife got 1 million Ghana cedis contract from ECG, from energy ministry? And that money, if he had given part of it to the party foot soldiers, or even they would have known that the ministers did not chop. How many ministers got those contracts, by the way? The ministers was accused of looting, there was no tomorrow. How many of them got contracts? You remember what he did to Asensi Boakye in MPP primaries in Bantama? That he accused him of his brother. But he accused Asensi Boakye of selling lands. Was it true? You do all these things and the party loses. People were disenchanted. People were not happy. And you turn out to blame one single person that he caused your defeat. And you are quoting some... Charlie.
Ibrahim, you have the...
Right,
please wrap up. I think I would please wrap up for me.
So I am saying that, look, MPP people, 31st January. 2026, they will have one candidate in mind. And that candidate will emerge victorious. And that candidate would be Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. What we don't want is for other parties, including Dr. Bawumia himself, with internal attacks. So that when you win, reconciling the people becomes a problem. The last time things happened, just a few days after he won, he went to each and every one of them, the candidates, for them to support him. They made his work so difficult. And the voices were played by the same aspirants, by the opposition NDC then. We don't want that to happen again ahead of 2028 elections. So let's everybody conduct this. What you can do for the people of this country. Yesterday you listened to Dr. Bawumia, what he said. His track record, what he has done for this country and the party. And that's why every candidate, you have handled a particular sector of this economy. Tell the people what you have done for them, what you have done for them and the country, and not this religious nonsense and
all right.
Well, yes, I realized that, yesterday, the final five, which will have been what the super delegates will have decided if it was still in existence. But, of course, that has been amended out. So, fortunately, the party has just 5. The interesting aspect was those who could not make it. So, Boakye Jakun, I expected him in there. He did not make it. Joe Gate, not to say that they individually had declared. But you see, because they had contested in the past, the media lumped all of them together. Even Patrick Abuama. Patrick Abuama made a lot of headlines in there, and there were many who were looking at him favorably. Right. But of course, he did not make the cut.
He did not even say it.
Yes, no, that's the point. But if it was a strategy, then it worked for him. Because now many people who will be talking about future aspirants will mention him as well. For Adainimu, I sat on radio the following 2 days ago and wondered why he will still be in the race. So probably he listened, because I felt there were many other things that he could have done with the 500,000 Ghana cedis.
But he has always been thinking of Japan.
Yes, but that doesn't take you anywhere. You see, the challenge with this contest is that it's either you are first or you have failed. Yeah. That's it. There's no if, there are no but. In fact, at the point I was even thinking...
There are no seconds.
Exactly. At the point I was even thinking that Brian Champon could be in a pole position to be a running mate to Bawumia after I saw said and done, right? Until whatever had transpired a few days ago transpired. But of course, that's politics. And that will be my focus. My focus will be how the party will seek to unite afterwards. Because the salvos, one too many. Yeah. The bickering, one too many, right? And somebody will wonder why our concern is, see, we need a very formidable opposition. You see? That's how democracy works. Yes, the governing party will have its own to deal with subsequently. But now it's the opposition that is going for the election. I think from now till January 31st, many other things will be said. At the point, there were attempts to even meet the spokespersons. And I think that has not done much to at least get them to refine the comment. Moving forward, I think the party will have to work on that as well. As for who is winning, see, it's an open contest. What I think many watchers will be asking for is a level playing field. So nobody gets an excuse. Because trust me, many people will be defeated. 4 of them will lose. But if you give them an excuse,
it may not be Poto.
Oh, Poto. Okay, so they will lose, but take out the Poto.
Yeah,
they will lose. But
take out the Poto.
Take out the Poto. Yeah, but they will lose. But the question will be: would they be given an excuse to come and say that the odds were stacked against me? I was not treated fairly. Yeah. And usually that's what becomes the undoing of political parties, especially when they are in opposition. When they are in opposition, we are all the same. I don't need anything from you. I won't come to you for favors. You don't have even those favors to give, right? You are not in charge of employment. You are not in charge of awarding of contract. So at that level, if there's disenchantment, nobody respects anybody.
Right.
But I think the party hierarchy will have a lot of work to do. And that's why I think that the indiscretion of allowing Baomia's address to be streamed on the NPP page should be addressed by the party immediately. Yes, I'm told that the request was made and the request was granted. But you see, it offered an opportunity for others to be saying things that ought not to be said. I think the party must address that.
You're right.
All right.
Because I watched the program on Baomia's own Facebook page. There was no need. They didn't need that one to bring this controversy.
And in fact, a lot of media houses also streamed it.
Yes. It was needless.
That's true. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the show. We'll see you, God willing, next week. And God willing, next week we'll have. Yes, by next week we'll definitely discuss.
It is possible. I have said that by what he said is possible, but not necessarily.
All right, thank you. Stay with me after the break. Stay with the station. After the break, Joshua Kodjo Mensah takes over with some other conversations.
Back to the show, and thankfully we're done with the politics for the day. On Friday we like to ease into the weekend, and so let's get into some other conversations. And this particular conversation is centering on a program that's happening tomorrow, and we'll get to understand more of the program. It's the Armour Bearers Conference 2025. This is the second edition of the program, and I have two wonderful gentlemen in studio with me to tell me more about that particular program. I have Pastor Gilbert Quay. He is the president of the Vineyard Armour Bearers Incorporated. And he's also here with Pastor Dr. Eddie Tete, who is chairman of Vineyard Armour Bearers Incorporated. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And let me let viewers know that Pastor Eddie Tete is actually the lead pastor of Berea Believers Chapel International Assemblies of God, and he's my pastor. And so I'm hosting my Osofo, and then Pastor Gilbert. But we're talking about the Armour Bearers Conference. Very exciting conference there. But let me start with you, Pastor Gilbert. Talk to me about what the conference is all about.
Okay, so good morning to your viewers. We bless God for the lives of everyone today. It's not by merits that we are all alive, but it's by the grace of God that today we find ourselves counted among the living. The Vineyard Armour Bearers Incorporated, it's something that was birthed from excessive prayer to create a space for people who serve in the Vineyard of God to come together, cultivate their calling, so to speak. Cultivate their calling in serving God in diligence and excellence. You see, we've come to a point in time where things are not supposed to be done anyhow. We don't serve for showmanship. So it's high time we need to let people who are in the service to know better that it is not just a job, but a calling. So the Vineyard Armour Bearers Incorporated came up with this concept to train, educate, and help cultivate the calling of that office.
Interesting. Let me come to you, Doc. I know this is the second edition. Last year was the maiden edition. Talk to me about what makes this year's conference different from what we saw last year.
Okay, we want to thank GHOne TV for this platform, for giving us the opportunity to sell out this concept to people serving in the Vineyard of the Lord. Last year, with the theme Excellence in Service, we brought the last year concept, which happened to be the first or the maiden edition, to let people know how they can brand, rebrand, reposition in terms of serving. It shouldn't be just coming to the house of God and from there, straight from the car parks to the auditorium, and certain things are expected. Somebody could come to church and the worship is okay, music okay, serene atmosphere, the word is powerful, but there are other things, other factors that can let people stay out of church. And that is why we chose excellence, to bring certain things into the Vineyard of the Lord, bring them into a standard way of rendering and service. And this year we have chosen loyalty in service. You could be at a place, but you are not loyal to the place, because the fact that you kept coming, that doesn't mean that you are loyal. So we want to impact to the people in the Vineyard of the Lord and other people in who serve in other organizations, how to be loyal to a place of belonging, how to feel belonging to a place, and how to be loyal in service to the place. So we have a whole lot of package to give to the people, right. And I pray that you will find your way there tomorrow, and it's going to be very impactful.
Right. So, Pastor Gilbert, how crucial is the concept of loyalty when it comes to service?
You see, loyalty is very crucial. Remember the story of Jonathan and David. You see, if Jonathan didn't believe in David, he wouldn't give his all for David. You can't serve somebody and not be loyal to the person. But most importantly, being loyal means you believe in the person's calling. You might not understand fully the calling because you will not understand the dynamics the person will be working in. But you see, being selfless to the person's calling is being loyal. Now, being selfless to the person's calling under the ministry where you serve also makes you loyal to the ministry. So loyalty is very, very key to from the security man at the car park to the usher in front, to the associate pastor, to the prayer tower, to the chorister, to the armour bearer. Everybody along the chain. It's very, very important because your loyalty to GHOne is built on the previous that you believe in whatever GHOne does.
Absolutely.
So if everybody is not even looking at GHOne, for you believe in the ideologies of GHOne. Hence, your loyalty to GHOne. So if you are not loyal to your lead, the lead is the visionary, is the vision bearer. The lead is the spiritual boss. So if you are not loyal to the lead, then you are not loyal to the ideologies of the institution. That is the kingdom. And if you are not loyal to the kingdom, you cannot serve under the kingdom. So this year's theme is very, very crucial to the kingdom business.
Absolutely. I remember last year we had Apostle Abraham Lamte as one of the, in fact, he was the main speaker for excellence. This year, who are we expecting to speak to God's people?
We are bringing Apostle Abraham Lamte again as our main speaker, and we are bringing Reverend Martin Asarieboa from Potter City. He is also speaking. I will also be speaking. People were asking for more, especially last year, where we were constrained by time. So people had a lot of questions to ask, and this time around we want to start as early as 8 a.m. so that people will get opportunity to ask questions and certain things that is bothering their mind to be addressed. So Apostle Abraham Lamte is ready for tomorrow. Reverend Martin Asarieboa from Potter City is also coming. I believe the whole Armour Bearers and protocol team and ushers from Potter City will be there, and we've extended invitations to a lot of people. We've had a lot of responses, and we believe that the place is going to be packed.
So it's happening tomorrow, the venue, and you say you won't start early as 8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
Right, so where's it happening?
It's happening at Mikado Conference Hall, Laboni Junction, close to ADB, that is Vaniado. So it used to be Kama Conference Center. So they have rebranded. The world is rebranding. So it is Mikado Conference Hall at Laboni Junction. It's starting exactly 8 a.m. We are not using the normal time. I don't want to say Ghana time, indigenous time. We are not using the indigenous one. We are using the main time. 8 a.m. is 8 a.m. and by 1 p.m. we are closed. We are done. And we'll be serving free snacks. We'll be giving free materials.
But do people need to pay to be a part of this? You
don't need to pay anything. Please come as you are. You don't need to pay anything. Come, just pick your car, your Trotsky, your Uber, get to the place, and it is free. You register at the table for free. And the only thing that you are required to make payment, and that one is optional. If you need a certificate, you pay 50 Ghana cedis. So it is free snack, free learning materials. Come and learn. The impact is free, everything is free. But if you need a certificate, you have to pay for 50 Ghana cedis.
Okay. Pastor Gilbert, who needs to be a part of this conference tomorrow?
The security man at the church, the usher at the church. Remember that when you go to church, no matter how good your mood is, the security man can make your mood foul. The usher, you see, there are times you go to church, all bubbly dovey. You get to church and an usher, you greet an usher. She looks so pale. She just frowns her face. What she does to you, what she does alone can sway you from the message that is coming. So the security man, the usher, the protocol, the chorister, the associate pastor, the deacon, the armor bearer, everybody who serves in the Lord's vineyard, who plays a role for the kingdom business to go, the pastor, you need to be there to learn. We are all learning. We are all children. Bible says, suffer not the children to come to God. So we are all still children.
Right.
So everybody's
invited.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So it's happening tomorrow at 8 a.m. at the Mikado Conference Center. It's absolutely free. You don't have to worry about payments. No, but if you want a certificate, then 50 cedis. I mean, that cannot even buy proper data these days. It can't even buy pizza for you these days. No. All right, so Doc, I will take your final words to the millions watching us this morning. Why they need to be a part of tomorrow's conference?
You need to be part of tomorrow's conference. We're going to impart something special in the lives of believers, especially the servant leadership attribute, which we believe that the world or the global world is swaying away from. And the real leadership we are to model or to give out a servant leadership. Your leadership or your servanthood in the vineyard of the Lord is not to dominate the members, but is to serve them. So we will tell you, or we will show you the way to go. Come and your life will never be the same as you come. God bless you as you come, and it will be very impactful atmosphere as we sit and listen to the men of God that are going to deliver unto us. Thank you.
All right. Pastor Gilbert.
I want to also assure every man of God out there that this is a non-denominational program. This program is not going to steal church members from any church. We are not stealing church members from any church.
Right.
It is about the kingdom business. So let's allow our members come and learn, so they come back and be excellent in their doing, so that it will boost well the kingdom of God.
Right.
That's all I can say for now, because men of God are scared of losing members. But we forget that people are not serving us, we are all serving God himself. So we plead with the senior pastors, the head pastors, and every church that is a non-denominational entity that is collectively building the kingdom business for us and for us alone.
Right. Well, it's happening tomorrow. As you can see the flyer on your screen, the Mikado Conference Center at 8 a.m. Every single person. And for even if you're not an armor bearer in church, you are not part of, you call yourself the common floor member. I don't know what that means anyway. This is a conference that you need to be a part of to also get to equip yourself with some good knowledge. And then at the end of the day, you can opt for a certificate which goes for just 50 Ghana cedis. So tomorrow at 8 a.m., Mikado Conference Center, Armour Bearers Conference 2025. Loyalty in service is the theme. Apostle Abraham Lamte will be there. Reverend Martin, also from Potter's House, will be there. And so you also need to be there. But thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming. We appreciate your time. Dr. Eddie Tete is chairman of the Vineyard Armour Bearers Incorporated, and then the president of the group, Pastor Kwe, also here. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after this break. They can stay with us. in the country. Now, GH Media, I mean, they are into everything. From media training to now it's GH Schools, and they have a lot of units under GH Schools. We'll be getting to the conversation. But the exciting bit is that now they want to do 24-hour. Yeah, I'm sure you're also wondering, hey, will we go to school at night? We'll get to know more about that. But to help us with the conversation this morning, I have the rector and the CEO of GH Schools, Leslie Ado-Listo. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's exciting to meet you.
Yes, I'm pleased to meet you too.
Absolutely. And today he'll be marking me to know how I perform, because he's been training people to do the job that I do. We also have Stephen Wanda Ate, who is media manager for GH School. Stephen, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you're doing well too.
I'm doing very well.
Absolutely. So talk to me about this 24-hour TVET. I mean, where is this coming from?
All right. So, greetings to your viewers. The first that we can talk about is access.
Okay.
We want people to have access to education, and it's very important. Infrastructure will help, but in the absence of infrastructure, you like to have other means of opening access. So when digitalization came, we took advantage of it, and now we have 24-hour economy by the president. So we were looking at what can we do, how can we use that to benefit the institution. So with our fashion and our catering school, we normally have overflows. So we decided that, okay, what can we do with this 24-hour? We can use that to take care of our overflow. So now we're going to have evening school from 5, but lessons will start from 6. Okay. So from 6 to 10. And then we're going to have dawn school. Yes, from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. And we're having plans of adding even midnight school. Yes. So what we are starting with is the evening school and the dawn school, so that people can finish with whatever they are doing, come to school and come and learn. Then we can also have people who can come to school, come and learn, fresh mind, come and learn, finish with that, and then go to school. Sorry, go to work. Yes. So we're looking at our target audience. We have some people in industry who rose through the ranks and they are there, but without certification. So those people, we open our doors to them. You can still do whatever you're doing. You can work, you can continue with your education, and then come have your education either before work or after work. Now, there are other people who are also working, but would like to add a skill.
Right.
Those people too, we've opened our doors to them. You may be, I saw a wonderful lady who interviewed me on Kasapa, who after the interview had drinks, and it's wonderful. This is additional skill that she has, and she is harnessing it, and that is wonderful. So if you are in industry, you have your profession already, and you want to add an additional skill, this is an opportunity for you. One lady, Abigail Ashley, on UTV, had 2 hours on TV and now 2 hours on radio. Came to our school to learn fashion design, and she is doing well, extremely well. Now when she sews wedding gown and seams for you, you will love it. And this is an additional skill. Now we also have others who would like to help people that you're living with. You have anybody at all from your family, house help or anybody, and you want to help, but the person is also helping you. It becomes very difficult serving you. It becomes very, very difficult because you can't leave what you are doing for me and then I finance your education. This is an opportunity for those people. Now they can finish with whatever they are doing for you, and then they have morning, they have evening, they have afternoon, they have dawn, they have any time to learn. These are the people we are looking at. There is an old lady who is currently a midwife at Kolebu.
Right.
And she is around 52. She just picked her form. She wanted to learn something about catering. This is interesting. So I interrogated her, why catering? She said after the retirement, she wanted to do some drinks and do some other things so that people can come and have them and then go and resell. So this is interesting. This is an opportunity for every Ghanaian. This is an opportunity for the youth to come on board and take advantage.
Regardless of what you're doing currently.
At all.
Interesting. But let me find out from you, Stephen. So how are you going to structure it? Do you have lecturers who will be coming at night. Hey, are they available?
Oh yes, we have lecturers who are already on standby.
Right.
And we are also open to industry players, especially for, let's say, the media part. Someone like you, I'm sure maybe after 6 p.m. you are done from work, so you can also apply as
you see?
you are done from work. You can also apply as a lecturer. Right. You are given the opportunity to come teach in the evening or better still at dawn, and that is open for. So it's creating employment opportunities for the lecturers who are already existing, maybe have some extension of their time, and others who would want to come and join and also get that opportunity. So I wanted to add that we all know the fundamental problems about education in Ghana is about affordability, quality and accessibility. When it comes to affordability and quality, after a decade in the business of education, our track record speaks for us. Now we want to work on accessibility, where infrastructure comes in. So the infrastructure is there, but a lot of people are hungry for skills, like my boss is saying. A lot of people want to acquire skills.
I want to acquire skills.
Yes. So we open admissions, and then we have to cut off admissions because
the intake
is
the
capacity is too much. When you come to our fashion school, for instance, each student to one industrial machine, and so you can't take more than the available machines. So that is where we want to say, okay, let's not hinder anyone. If you want to come, we'll give you the time schedules. So we have, like my boss is saying, from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Then you can go to work your normal duty and take your normal duties. Then from 8 a.m. to 12, we already have our regular students going through the same. And then 1 to 5. And then from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's the pilot for now, especially the dawn and then the evening. So later on, we are considering adding the midnight to it. And if it works, why not?
So I'm sure, let me come back to you, Rector. I'm sure once people are listening to this, it sounds beautiful. Yeah. I am finding it very creative. But then the issues of security would creep in. That around those times, people have to move around. Did you factor that?
Yes, we factored that, and we realized that, yes, we need security around. So we are in close collaboration with the District Police Command.
Okay.
And they are mounting 24-hour security in front of the school. And then they are also giving us 4 patrol teams that will move around. So security is heavily sorted.
You've really thought about this thing.
Yes.
Well planned out.
Yes.
How long have you been brooding over this?
It was just out of inspiration. We decided that, no, we can use this to solve a problem. And that is exactly what we did. And I think it's been wonderful and brilliant.
So run me through the schools. Like, you have the media, you have fashion, you have catering, you have technology.
So we started with the media, where we were doing or offering journalism and then production courses. I am this morning.
In fact, I can tell you,
a lot of my students
one
here.
of my super editors in the newsroom, Yofi, is a product.
Yofi, yes.
Even Melissa, directing now, is also a product.
So my student is directing me.
Your student is here.
This morning show. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And you see, it's the fulfillment that we really get. Yeah.
Right.
I came this morning, I was looking for the producer for Kasapa, and then I was sitting at the lobby, and then my student came to me. Oh, sir, come, let's go. I was very happy, and I met them. Those from GHOne came up there to come and greet me. Yes, and it's interesting. So we started with the media, and we did well because of the practical nature of our tuition. And then we realized that before you go on air, you have to make up. So we established our GH Cosmetology School, and it was also doing well. Then we realize you have to wear, or you have to be costumed before you go on air. So we started with GH Fashion School, and that had been our biggest school.
Wow.
A lot of the youth are really, really into fashion, and that is commendable. Then after everything, you have to eat, you have to drink. So we came up with welfare, which is GH Catering School, and one of our tours, whilst we're sending our students on attachment, we encountered an industry professional who told us about troubleshooting of their equipment and so on. So we went back, and then we started with GH Technology School. And interestingly, in fact, they are almost in every MCR, they are almost everywhere in every media house, and it's lovely. So we have imparted. Now we want to open access for people, or a lot more people, to come in.
Interesting. So, Stephen, when is the pilot phase starting?
So we are launching the program today. Hoping to have the Minister of Education and some other dignitaries in government coming.
Right.
And we are starting today. So we are also giving out 240 forms for free for those who would want to.
240.
240. It's 24.
For the 24.
So 24.
Nice.
So 240
like
forms. So we are inviting everybody to come around and then take part in.
Let me give you the final word.
There is an opportunity, and for our students. So when they finish with GH schools, they can continue at Pentecost University. You know, when you finish, you can continue at the technical universities. But now the grammar schools are also coming on board.
Right.
So we have an FFF arrangement with them: facility, faculty, and then facilitation. So now when our students are done, even with our past students, they can offer subjects in Pentecost University. Now we are giving joint admissions with Pentecost University. So that's the good news. Our students can. And Pentecost is also coming on board today with 240 free forms. So if you are a past student, we are calling you. You can come and study. Those who did production, you can study visual communications at Pentecost University. But because of the facility arrangement too, when they do their grammar thing there, they can come and do the practicals at GH schools. So this is what we are starting with. Anybody who is around can come around today. Even if you want to pick it for someone, you are at liberty to do that. Come and pick a form. It's free. Come and pick a form for any person. Then government is also helping in some way. So through a voucher program, government, I think last semester brought some people, we trained them and government paid. So if you do not have the fees and you want to use that route, you can do that through the National Youth Authority, and then you come on board for free.
Absolutely.
So if you want to pay your fees, you can also come and pay.
We'll
but if you don't want to pay your fees, then you can use the National Youth
But I want to applaud you and salute you for the great work you're doing for Mother Ghana.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to how all of this blows up. So 24-hour economy is starting at GH2, and GH Media, GH Schools is doing GH24. Charlie, all around schooling, beautiful there. So yes, quickly before we go.
So
Stephen,
numbers are 0544 622 250, 0544 622 250, and we also have 020 46 22250 and 0277 622 250. Yes.
Yeah. We'll change it to 240.
we are at Achimota, Abofu. We are closer to the ICGC, and we are closer to the Achimota Transport Terminal.
And that's one good thing. If you don't know GH schools in Ghana, you have a problem.
And that's one good thing, one advantage. In fact, any time that you are done with school, when you get to the Achimota Transport Terminal, there's a vehicle to any part of Ghana that you go.
Thank you so much, Leslie Adolisto, Rector and CEO of GH Schools. And then Stephen Wanda, he is the media manager for GH Schools. GH24, amazing initiative there. We'll be right back after this break. Menswear Week. Absolutely. And I have two wonderful gentlemen in studio with me. I have Nana Mensah. Nana Mensah is executive producer, and I have Kodjo also here with us. He's a designer. So, gentlemen, welcome once again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Nana, am I matching up, or I should go and find somewhere and sit?
No, I mean, you are doing well for a casual Friday.
I'm doing okay,
your shoe is matching, the shirts, colors, the palettes are okay, and you're on point.
Okay, now I can confidently sit and continue. But talk to me, what's this all about?
Okay. So as the name implies, Ghana Menswear Week is a celebration of men's fashion. It's an annual event that brings together menswear designers across the continent.
Right.
So this year we have over 20 designers coming from Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, gathering here for a weekend of shows. To showcase the latest trends in menswear and also tell the stories that menswear has come of age and new trends and what people should look out for, or what is making people look good on the streets, in boardrooms and across the various homes on the continent. So it's a simple platform, but a very big one that spotlights or highlights designers like Kodjo and those who are doing great in the menswear segment.
Kodjo, so what does it mean to you as a designer, a period where you're having your colleagues from parts of Africa join you in Ghana for this?
It's exciting, and it's time also for you to also show your craft, what you are made up of in terms of style, in terms of designs and all of that, in terms of your talent. So for me, it's fun, it's exciting to have so many colleagues in the fashion scene come up on one stage and showcase interesting designs on the runway.
And how are we doing, at least in Ghana, on the fashion side?
On the fashion side, I think we are doing well.
Okay.
I would say social media has actually also helped improve our fashion sense. Everybody wants to look good and put on social media. So I think we are doing well. Everybody wants to look good. Even in weddings, guys now want to wear suits with beads and all of that. And ladies also now kente has now become very beaded and all of that. So I think we are marching up on the international front in terms of fashion and style.
Right. And so, Nana, for you, looking at the trends over the years, have we truly evolved here?
Oh yes, I mean, like he rightly mentioned, I think the age of the internet and other aspect of life has made fashion transition from as it was. In those days, you hardly see guys do color combinations. You hardly see guys go for bold and what we call avant-garde looks, all these things. But now, guys are comfortable. They're able to match, their outfits with the occasion and all that. So in those days when I was starting Fashion on the Move on GTV and Jungle Wati and all these were just conservative, like what you are wearing. Where you see a guy dressed just like, long sleeve shirts, straight bullets, I tell you. It was just simple like that, nothing to go. But now, guys are adding so much, to fashion, they are accessorizing. And so, yes, we've improved greatly, and it's going to be much more bigger or better.
What picture are you seeing in terms of the future?
I think that we are going to go bold. We are going to go, how do I call it? We are going to be out there. Like people will feel comfortable to wear. And now they're actually doing what we call androgynous fashion, where a guy can actually pick a skirt and style it, and it will still look fashionable. Whereas in those days, it's not something that you could do. Tech is also coming in now, so we're looking at futuristic fashion, where we marry tech and fashion, which is one of our themes for this year, because we are partnering with Infinix to spotlight the idea how tech affects fashion and all that. So in future, it looks exciting, and I can't wait to see what the story will be.
Interesting. But Kodjo, is society embracing the revolution?
Yeah, like I said earlier, of course, society is embracing evolution. Like I also mentioned social media, it's evolving. So you need to also
you either evolve or you're left behind.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm saying, now people are ready to pay huge sums of money just to look good on their wedding day. So they don't care about how much you need to spend. They'll go through the extra mile just to put themselves out there. And they want to also trend and all of that. So of course, we are all evolving in terms of style. And with evolution, my collection on the runway is also going to talk about men even coming out with bold colors, and the colors, the silhouettes, everything, the patterns are very unique and on its own. You won't, on a normal day, you will not see a guy wearing certain colors, but now it's something that is evolving.
I even wear pink shirts, and now people say I look good, so that's what I'm going to
do. Of course. So there is no limitation in terms of what you need to wear. So far as you think you look good in it, of course you should.
Look good, feel good, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Right. Nana, so when is it happening?
Yeah, so this weekend, which is tomorrow and Sunday, we have 2 days of shows. Day one is called Abonting, as the name implies, an outside a daytime show. It's strictly for streetwear designers that we are working with, the best on the scene. You know, will come out to showcase the streetwears. So that's day one tomorrow at the World Trade Center, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and we are done. Then we go into day two, which is also at the World Trade Center, but indoors, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., where the designers from other African countries will join their Ghanaian counterparts like Kodjo to rub shoulders, what I call, the Olympics of men's fashion. So come there and see the latest trends, who is who on the runway. And we start at 7 p.m. and end by 10 because it's a working day the following day. If you've been to our shows, we don't do the Ghana man time. When it's we go and then we get out of there and then go and run our lives. So we're looking forward to an exciting weekend where the fashionistas will come out in their numbers and come and showcase whatever that they have to offer in terms of the men's wear, and it's open to everybody.
And I wanted to find out if people, the public can be a part of it.
Yeah, everybody, women, men. Day one is a free show, so just come there, come and see the latest trends, take pictures, win some goodies from Infinix and Wooding. They've given us products free of charge, so I know Ghanaians love free stuff. Come and get some.
But day two
is a ticketed event, just a small amount of money. When you go to our social media, you can get details. You reserve a ticket and then you come and watch, and you'll be good to go. Again, we have goodies as well on day two from Infinix.
So goodies from day one, goodies again.
Exactly, it's a goodies, weekend. So just come and but most importantly, come and have fun, and then enjoy yourself.
Okay, so Kodjo, the final words.
So I would say that they should come experience fashion on another level because they are designs that they've not really seen before. We have designers from Nigeria, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Ghana, and from Togo. So it's going to be an interesting designs. People should come and experience different culture from different African countries.
Absolutely.
And enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. And so if you're there, perhaps you don't have a designer. You're always using Quentin Taylor and they are disappointing you. It's time to come and pick out some really, really good designers and also get to patronize their service.
That's all. Let me say a quick thank you to the platform. We're grateful to GHOne and Star FM. They've been our partners from day one and we're excited about the partnership. We thank them for this opportunity. To Infinix Ghana and then to Wooding as well. And to all our partners. We are grateful. We'll see you in fashion.
We'll see you. Nana Mensah, thank you so much. He's the executive director for the Ghana Men's Wear Week. And Kodjo Bonsu, right? He's a designer. Kodjo Bwedi. He'll be showcasing some crazy designs over the weekend. You need to be a part of it. We'll be right back. Celebrating their birthdays. Happy birthday to you. But let's do this one. This one says, happy glorious birthday, Eva, aka Progress. May the lines fall into pleasant places for you, darling. Have a fulfilled year. Love you. And it's from my wife, Funny, to you, Eva. Happy birthday to you. Another one here says, happy birthday, Fia. You deserve all the beauty and joy that life has to offer. And it's from your friends here at GHOne TV to you, Ifya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my forever friend, and may your day be as bright and amazing as you are. I pray the Lord grants you your heart's desires. Love you. And it's from Funny to you. Sandra, have a very, very, very beautiful day. This one says, happy birthday to Leo Anthony Siama Esquire, head legal and prosecutions at Yoko. Here's to an incredible boss and a truly amazing friend. May the good Lord shower you with blessings and keep you safe and sound. Cheers to all the fantastic...